To recap what happened last session, y'all freaking started going to the burst to get shot out of it towards Vaku's Peak. Met some adoring fans. Got some weird gifts from some weird people. And then shot up into the sky. Parachutes all deployed, thankfully. It was kind of a comfortable-ish ride. Y'all floated for 6 hours to get towards Vaku's Peak as the sun set. It was kind of a beautiful sight, honestly. And then as as you all were going to as you all got there, you all landed, solved a little bit of a cryptic puzzle about lighting up the surface and eliminating the darkness on that platform, opening up a door into Vaku's Peak, and you all are now inside. Uh, Felix turned into a rat, scoped the place out. Looks like this is kind of a cylindrical room, or like hallway, I guess I should say. There's some stairs on either side that lead up into a brighter light where there's some noises coming from. But y'all have seen some tables with papers and some people with white masks working at them. But there's also been these people in these blue robes that were chilling. You all, Turlon expertly captured Harry, brought him back, tied him up, asked some questions. Now he's knocked out. I believe that Vita is disguised as Harry, and I believe that
Not as
Alden
Harry.
just
Just wearing their
as a
clothes.
member.
Yeah, I can't change my face.
Oh, okay,
Also, we
Or
would
but
want
you
to
clothes.
disrespect
were
his
wearing the
legacy,
robes.
frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Alden is wearing Harry's actual clothes, but Harry is not butt naked. He's just kind of
Mm-hmm.
in his loins. So you all have just finished that endeavor. You all have gotten Harry, but one thing before we get started, a couple things that I want to clarify uh, about what Harry said, just to recap it from your questions. He said that they all follow Dalji, who is the goddess of the blizzards. They are all under this guy named Jujan, not to be confused with Jutan, the goddess of the forest, and not to also be confused with Jukum, who is the first order deity, who is the name of the previous era. But Jujan seems to be the head of this little group that they got going on here. He said there's around 50 of them, which is quite a lot of people, especially when you're placing them in Foundry. And then you some other things. I think I may have misheard or misspoke, but there are not. In terms of how many floors, y'all asked how like big is this place. He said that there's floors below, but y'all they don't go there. It's blocked off. He doesn't know how many floors there are above, but he doesn't think there's that many. But he's not allowed up at the tippity top. And yeah, I think that's the gist. Oh yeah, and then also just generally the plan that he knows is that they just want to create a big blizzard. He assumes, I guess, to impress Dalji in some way. He doesn't really know the deets of it. He's just a guy. He's one of the lower tier people. So just to recap some of that info before we get into the session. So what would you all like to do? Harry's knocked out. Alden and Vita look like not exactly like Harry, but look like members of this group.
I'm gonna take my coat back.
Yep.
Clinks a little bit as I put it on.
I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything different than just put on the outfit that matches it completely.
Mm-hmm.
So we have. How are we gonna get remainder disguised, or is it you guys are gonna walk around disguised and I'm just gonna sneak?
Rat. Actually,
Rat.
first what I need to do is I need to take 10 minutes to refocus myself and get back that focus point, because I don't want to use my last wild shape form for rat. I need that to fight.
For rat.
So while we wait 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
like, does anyone come by or?
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that we should have maybe have Vita walk roughly in the same ships that the other guy was, he can play it pretty safe and like hide his face too. But
Sure.
like if you just walk the path just to make sure they don't arouse suspicion, I think that would be a good
Do
idea.
that.
Especially because these guys were all like hoods up and all, right?
I also have my spell that I've used before that makes me like attuned to any social situation I'm in, so
Mhm.
I can do that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Just to give us some leeway.
It's pasta.
Alright.
Oh, oh.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Sorry.
So I can do that.
So where do you go,
Well,
Vita? From based off
mean,
y'all's vision, it seemed like they were just standing there at kind
I'll
of
just go
that
up to where
edge.
he was standing then.
Okay.
Anything I see up here?
You see what Felix relayed. You see that ahead there's some tables with some papers on top, and there appears to now be a researcher of some sort going through these papers, reading them, and wearing these white robes with this white mask on. But doesn't seem too focused on you at this moment as soon as you walk up.
And what is this area right here?
You're right, and there's some stairs that lead up to a much more brightly lit area, and you can almost you hear a bunch of voices from above. It's a higher floor.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna go like attract attention, right? So I'll just stand here for now until the others start moving or doing something, and then I can move up if I need to.
Does anybody else do anything during these 10 minutes?
I kind of just glanced around the hallway, make sure nobody's coming. Like, right, I'm just like kind of standing like here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make sure this other guy doesn't come down. What about you, Turlon?
I don't think there's anything worth doing here that I can do. I don't really think. I don't know if there's anything I can really do that's useful here. I mean, I don't know if it's something that you make a roll for. Like, I'm not necessarily trying to get anything out of it. But I think in this situation, Turlon would just be kind of expecting that they're going to have to stealth through here without a disguise. So I'm just going to kind of like scope out while not moving more than like 10, 15 feet away from the braziers. Just kind of scope out and get an idea for like the nooks and crannies of this space and how easy it might be to hide in spots.
Okay.
Just kind of pacing around, glancing.
I'll say do a perception check for me. Determine
Thank
whether
you,
you get some, well, maybe a little bonus to some stealth. Oh, almost a 1. But that is still pretty good. I'll say you get a +1 for some stealth, especially on this floor, I'll say. You kind of get a much better layout of, the walls are not straight. They're not like perfectly curved. They kind of bump in and out. And so getting a better understanding of that would be useful for you.
Once I've kind of got that understanding, I'm going to find like just a slight nook or crack in the wall. Not big enough to like hide a whole body in, but with my size and experience stealthy, and I just kind of slink into it, lean back. Just kind of watch as Felix does whatever he does for the 10 minutes.
And what does it look like when you refocus, Felix?
Eyes closed, meditating, deep breathing exercises.
Oh yeah. Vita, as you're standing here, the researcher is moving around between tables, and you notice that they glance towards you a couple times, not like looking at you, but just glance towards you. So I'd like you to make a deception check, and you do get +1 on your deception because of your clothes.
24.
Oh, sheesh. Yeah. So yeah, 24. You cause no alarm, I'll say, with your disguise.
Okay. I'm not gonna push it yet.
Yet.
Yeah, I don't want this to like escalate in some shit. Like, what if this guy sounds a fucking horn and then,
Yeah, realistically, we have to have a conversation about our strategy here because I think unless we find a more crowded floor, the stealth strategy isn't going to work. Like, I don't think we can stealth through these lower levels with like 1 or 2 guards. So we have to find like a big position, if that makes sense. Like a big group. to kind of sneak through if we want to sneak.
Hmm.
And obviously we can't just like fight our way in, and it's not even like we don't want to fight our way in. So we have Dylan stealthed up.
Wait, we can use his familiar. Dylan, you can see through the eyes of your familiar, right?
Mhm.
We can use that. I don't have to use my, cause I can't talk in pest form.
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to do last time, but then you said it was origami. It'd be really obvious.
Mm.
Can it change its form?
I was,
It can fold into different shapes of origami. It could be like a piece of paper.
Yeah, on his desk
That
maybe, but like
could probably help.
What if you? This
We
is
can try
kind of
moving them.
mean. What if you have it fold into a crumpled paper ball and just kind of like roll around?
or
I
maybe
can also just like drag it with me,
Yeah.
so you can see
Yeah,
it.
that might be the better thing.
how small can it go though? Because I presume you mean you would do that in rat form, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you would like, because that would be useful. But like, I feel like a rat with paper in its mouth would be like a little weird. Like if I'm like a random guard, I'd be like, "What's that paper?" You know.
True.
A little less weird than a little origami bird flying around.
Yeah, and also I feel like he could run stealth checks, and they're just probably going to be like a rat, and
So
then go
what
suspicious.
disguise?
It's holding paper.
What
Yeah.
disguise option do we have
I'll come back with you.
for
I'll come back with
uh
you.
for why am I not remembering Alden? Sorry. What disguise options do we have for Alden?
Brother, I'm wearing it. I got the Harry's robe on.
I mean, I think then if you guys do that, or if you guys really wanted to, you could I don't know how great of an idea this is, but you could do something like pretend I'm a prisoner that you found or someone you found intruding and walk me in. Because I don't know if I could just like sneak through a crowd. Like I can sneak, but I can't sneak through a crowd like I'm invisible, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like I'm not a magician, real
I
or
don't.
imaginary.
Yeah.
So
No plan is foolproof.
Yeah,
My
I think
thought
there's
is like if we haul you around, they're gonna ask, well, who are you? And then we're kind of like, uh-oh, busted.
We should just see how far we
But
can get you.
I
yeah,
said I said with me sneaking or with me.
Sneaking.
Okay. I mean, I can sneak pretty well. So I'm not too worried about it. So I guess we just have to decide what the path is that we want to take.
The one Harry was guarding
Yeah.
over here,
yeah. I
right?
mean, I'd tell him there's nothing up there. There's one guy. There's stairs. I mean, I feel like I could handle it myself, much less all of us. So
Okay. So are we gonna start the process?
yup. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Alright, alright, alright.
All right. I'm gonna take off.
Spells.
I'm gonna take off my my implement, my mirror on the necklace, and I'm gonna hand it to Vita. I'm gonna tell them or him that I can call that thing back to me. So if it disappears, you know I'm in trouble.
okay. And do you guys want me to talk to this person, or do you want me to stand there?
Don't talk to him, I would say.
I think what we should do is we should have you and Alden walk past, like, just authoritatively as if you're doing what you need to be doing, and then presumably once they look and then look back, the rat can come easily, and I will just try to sneak past.
Okay. And you're trying to get up the stairs, right?
Yeah, I think that's what we'd want to do. Go up, not down.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we can do that. I'll leave Ori with the rat and you, and then once we've successfully passed, I can just swap senses with Ori real quick and give you guys a little signal to like go. Or you can just be watching either way.
Okay.
Let's move.
Okay, Alden, come on.
Oh, all right.
Right.
I'm coming.
So we'll just
Researchers.
walk up casually.
Mm-hmm. And
Displaying
y'all
confidence.
are y'all walking together?
Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah,
yeah.
sure.
And
All right.
All y'all are y'all trying to stealth, or you're just walking?
Nope.
We are walking with confidence,
Yeah.
like with purpose.
I'd say Turlon, for where you are right now, you don't need to make a stealth check, but if you do move like up to the first table you see.
Nope. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna go right around the corner.
Mm.
I just like one swift movement, just kind of rotate around. Lock eyes
Alright.
with the rat.
You see the person in the white mask, as you're walking by, he kind of looks up and he does a double take. And he. Did you take off your beard, Alden?
Nope.
No, you still have your beard. That he said.
Yep.
He says, "Hey, you two aren't allowed down here. This is restricted area. Go back on up."
Oh, sorry. I must have missed the stairs. All right.
I don't say anything.
I'll start walking back.
I also thought he was gonna get at you for the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say as he turned towards y'all, I'll say y'all noticed that he's wearing like this wooden white like mask that's like painted white, and it's got just slits for eyes, so he probably couldn't see out too well
Okay.
what
Okay.
y'all were doing. But yes,
That was
he did seem to tell that y'all could not be there. So
Okay.
are you all going on up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like
Well,
me and Alden should lead, obviously.
I'll say we'll kind of do this intermediate thing as well. So let me Felix the rat. I'll say as you all are walking up these stairs.
Here we go. Music.
Rat music.
I set some heist music.
Yeah, I got that. All right.
Move some stuff around. We'll do it as an intermediate state because I don't want y'all to just walk on up here without knowing what is going to be. So I'm going to show you all what is up on this second floor. So I'm going to try and activate it, but I'm going to pause real quick.
Oh,
So, so as you all
friends.
Turlin is not getting through this.
So like I said, there's this intermediate state. So I'm not saying that you're just
I know.
suddenly all visible, but the stairs that you walk up kind of have like there is no railing to your left and right, like it's just the floor, right, is flat. So it's probably like when you're at the bottom of the stairs, it's like 15 feet up, and then you walk up these stairs, and so there's just this floor that's besides y'all, so you are able to probably like, as soon as your tokens are here, you can kind of peek over, and you notice that there are a ton of beds. They are all bunk beds, just placed all around, and there are a ton of people in these blue robes. Just like Harry was wearing. A ton of people, a bunch of them are chattering. It's like it's around like 8 p.m. at night or something. I don't remember what exact time, but it's I'll say like getting towards bedtime is what is being implied. There's some people that are already laying in bed, kind of just chilling around. There are people talking to each other, like, you can see to your left there's two, like one sitting on top of a top bunk and the other person's like kind of talking to them. But there's a bunch of chatter around. You can't see much, but you all can see kind of to your right there is a large fire. You can kind of hear it, and it appears like there's some food maybe being cooked over it. But there is this, it seems to be where everybody sleeps. But that's all you can really gauge. There's a bunch of these, those little pedestals with the fire on top. There's a bunch of those around at the top of the stairs and in corners of various places. So so that is what you see. So you all go from there, however you would like to. There is like that intermediate area where you all can kind of chill on the lower floor. Like I'll say, you're not visible.
I think I wave everyone to come back down as I
Yeah,
back down the stairs.
Alden makes a face like you walk in on
Right
like
back
somebody
down.
naked and you didn't mean to. Like,
Okay.
So, yeah, we can pretend we're at the bottom of the stairs. Okay.
Do you want me to show the top floor or the bottom floor? You just tell me.
Bottom.
bottom
Yeah,
because that's where we
I'm gonna
kind of are.
stand right here, like staying behind the wall. And if
Mhm.
anyone walks like around the corner, like from here to here, I'm gonna grab them and pull them in, and
Okay.
just say and cover their mouth. Not looking for a fight. Just if someone walks past, since obviously they're gonna see us, I'm gonna grab them.
Vito will
Sounds good.
say, "This is bad, right? What do we do?"
Yes.
Sorry. Oh my god. I
Alden,
think we
this
should
is
go
no
the other
time to
way.
be tired.
I think we should go the other way.
I'm not going to get around here without a disguise. It is perhaps best to wait until night and get disguises for everyone. And I'm
It
gonna
is
look
night.
towards the what later at night when people are sleeping.
The rat says.
It is night.
I'm gonna look at the rat who cannot talk right now, and say, and I can presume you're not going to be able to hold this rat form for hours on end.
10 minutes.
If we're going to want to sneak through this place, we're going to have to do it in disguise, or invisible, or at the dead of night.
I think we might have to split up. You guys might have to take Ori, and that might be after the way we communicate until we can figure out something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be too difficult to snatch 2 more guard costumes from down here.
Well, the guy above us, he wasn't wearing a costume like the ones we have. He was wearing like a mask, and I don't know. He seemed more important.
He was wearing white and you're in blue, right?
Right.
Yes.
And everyone upstairs was in blue. You would have seen that, right? If we peeked.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you
Wait,
all peek.
so-
There's a bunch of blue up there.
I'm gonna ask this to Felix now, knowing that Felix can't answer for what 5 more minutes at least. But I'll say to Felix,
It
what's
has
about
not been 5 minutes.
however many minutes it will have been. Not that it matters. I will ask Felix what was the color of each guard's outfit, because Felix did a circle around the.
I'll point with my tail to the blue
Um,
to indicate that the guards dress in blue.
They
So it's
dressed
just
like
the one-
Alden?
It's
Oh.
just like the one guy that we saw just now by the staircase on the lower side that was in white.
He must be.
There
Like,
there
he's
was
like
one
the
on the
guy.
other side as well. I'll say when Felix went around, there was
Oh.
the blue guy standing at the base of the stairs, but then there was another person dressed in white. There's like it's like mirrored on the other side. There's also a bunch of tables, and there was a guy in white.
So there's
And
one more blue outfit for us to steal.
Yes.
Sounds fair.
I say we go beat the fuck out of that other blue guy and take his clothes.
That still doesn't give us an answer for Felix or me. One of us. It's only one costume. Still a great option.
Could one of you be some sort of prisoner or something? I don't know.
I could do that.
Or like a special servant for the Blizzard God or something.
I
Can we
don't see any-
lie?
I don't see any servants around here. I think they would know if they have servants or not.
There's a way we could lie.
Like a special guest, I mean. Like maybe
Yeah.
you're someone to help the Blizzard or something. I don't know.
Maybe. It'd be a tough lie to pull off.
Well,
Who's-
maybe
who's-
let's
Who's the
try
white
and
guy
get
up ahead?
I think our
Yeah.
best option. I think our best option is for the 2 of you who have costumes right now. I think the best is for you to try to infiltrate the beds. I'm sure there is a spare bed somewhere that you can take, and Vida, you can find Harry's bed, and wait until night.
Should
And
I
hopefully, then the 4 of us can sneak around in the
Hmm.
dead of night. I think
I
that's
need-
our best chance.
do I need to take off my beard?
I do not know.
I have no idea.
Did anyone up there have beards that I could see?
I could say you could
Because
go
I
and
have a
peek
big,
again.
long wizard beard.
You could go
Okay,
and peek again. I don't think
Alden
you.
wants to go peek
Alden
just a little
shaving
bit.
arc. Alden shaving arc.
All right, do a perception check for me.
Oh wow!
I'll say 2 things. One, Harry. I think I described him with hair. I'm retconning that. He was completely bald and had no beard. As you, even though you can't see many faces, right? Because you're kind of just peering over. You're not seeing any facial hair anywhere.
God damn it! Oh fuck! Okay. It's coming off, and Alden takes off the beard, and he's just completely normal looking, just
Is it-
very like gaunt in the
Wait,
face.
is it a fake beard?
Yeah, it's always been a fake beard. It's been
Mhm.
held on by string.
Yeah, someone saw that at some point. It's a long time ago.
Just
I
kind of
think that-
stuffs it down his.
Yeah, session 1. Fucking
Yeah.
fake beard. So
In my
stupid.
in my
I
excuse,
would-
it's been a minute.
This guy with poorly dyed white hair and no beard, just standing in front of you, mid-30s,
Okay.
like
Is that some kind of spell
a beard.
or whatever
Yes.
you just did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called instant shave, and I can have instant grow back if you look away.
All right.
Does not
Well,
sound
that,
like
that could be useful.
Okay, so are we all on vibe with this though? He has no facial hair now. He's gross and baby, and then you guys will go find beds. And
We'll
then,
leave Ori with you. When everyone's asleep, I'll tell you through Ori that it's time to sneak.
Felix, I'm more comfortable stealthing than in disguise. Would you want me to get the last guard down here in a blue outfit to get you a disguise? Actually, shit, you're probably too small. Yeah, shit, you're too small. Yeah. Okay.
I'll say as you all are discussing this and this, about to go off onto this plan, you hear down the hall to the right, you hear, Simon, can you come here? And so you hear from what you presume to be the person wearing white to say, "Oh yeah, 1 second." And you start hearing footsteps, and in this tense moment, you're like, "Oh God." But the footsteps seems to be going away.
Oh, thank God.
I'm gonna step out
Mhm.
here. I don't see anyone.
Yes, you just see light at the end of the hall.
I'm gonna read his papers. What do the papers say? Right here.
I would say from right here, it's gonna be really tough. Do you have night vision stuff?
I have low light vision.
Say you're gonna need a perception check just to read it. It's not gonna be as easy as just reading, but I'll allow a check to
25?
see if you can read it. Yeah, I'll say from the papers that you're reading, how long do you want to read for?
Like 30 seconds. I want to get like the briefest, like just like the highest level idea of what they're writing about.
You see papers about written in common, but using language, using words that you do not. It's like if you were to try and read really old English, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like they use a whole bunch of different abbreviations and there's E's everywhere there shouldn't be, right? And just a whole bunch of it's obviously common, but it seems to have been written a long time ago. And what you read just from these glances at these papers are you see you see symbols and little diagrams of a large bowl with what appears to be some kind of liquid within it, and there is like a kind of a funnel leading out, like a little funnel leading out of that bowl that appears to be dripping at the end of it. You also see, in terms of the words that you actually are able to read after you look at the diagram, you can see that they're talking about trying to extract something from snow, is what it appears to be reading about. But I'll say that's all you can really get within 30 seconds. It's dark and in just this old language. But you see that diagram, and that kind of helps a little bit.
I'll pull back around after like 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Call that out to the group, and then kind of step in. So, the two of you go up there. You find a bed in 2 hours, when everyone should be fast asleep. We meet back up when we try to do some investigating around here.
Okay. Can use a nap anyway.
And I'm gonna ask for my implement back.
Oh, the scale thing?
Mirror.
The mirror, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
going
alright.
to put the mirror necklace back on. Felix, are you done ratting yet?
No.
Well, at this point, I don't have anything to say until I can talk to.
Alright, well, I'll go
Felix.
to bed then. With all of them.
Okay.
Alright.
Go at least try and find a bed at least.
I'll activate
Yep.
this scene just so y'all, Turlon and Felix, you all won't see this, but just so,
What's the
You
store
want them.
down here?
The store? Oh, that's a
Don't
door.
wanna just
Yeah.
tell us.
Yeah, you see what appears to be a jutting
there's
out
two
of a room.
Aldens.
Okay, quick. Wait, does Philip
Dylan, go
just skip
first.
this fucking room? I wish I was a rat. Damn. Do I see any open beds just by my I do like a little scan
Yeah,
right here?
you certainly do see some open beds. It appears that most people are sleeping on bottom bunks. They all are double bunked beds. So there's a bunch at the top that are just clear, look
Okay, I'm
like
going
fully
straight
made.
closest one. Can I climb
Okay.
atop this fucking bunk?
Yeah, and you see a guy kind of just hunched over back to you, laying there.
Yep. Climb right up.
Okay.
Stiff as a board.
What
I
about you
scutter
all?
off to this one in the corner and go on the top bunk.
Okay. Based on how everybody's facing, I'll say neither of you need to do any deception and or stealth checks. I say y'all can make it. But
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, look at
Ooh la la! I could get used to this.
yeah, there is no mattress. It is just a wooden board.
Oh,
With a
this
sheet over
sucks,
it.
man. These
You'd
It
have
kind
to
of
get used to it.
it kind of sucks a little
Ooh.
bit.
Do I get any
But
spells back? How long do I have to actually sleep?
no, you got to do 8 hours of it
Fuck.
to get
Whatever.
spells back.
I don't need them.
While I'm laying in bed, can I get a glance at those two guys standing in front of those big the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
are
I'll
they
say.
standing what are they doing over there?
Yeah, I mean, as you all were kind of glancing around, I don't know if you could really see them from your position, maybe a little bit with a perception check, but I'll say when y'all were glancing around, you saw two guards standing very much like Harry was, or the other guy, just kind of standing at attention. No one appears to have any weapons. You don't see any weapons around.
Oh. Alden starts thinking about what the fuck happens if someone finds Harry.
Keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
But Felix, you said you
Just
wanted to
kinda
go to the door.
Oh God, I took that guy's
Oh.
clothes.
make a little stealth check for me getting to that door. I don't think it's gonna be. You are a rat at the top of a mountain, which is interesting. But
Also, I'm not going to do anything right now, but I just want to call out that as you guys are, rat is doing rat things and disguised people are doing sleeping things, I leave. That's I don't go. I obviously don't go up with you guys. I'm downstairs.
Yeah.
Just wanted to call that out.
Okay.
You got Ori with you though.
Yeah. Yes. I'll say that you are able to, with that roll, just go up to the door, and as you're approaching, most of the room, especially the lower floor and the upper floor that you're on now, are all very cylindrical, but this is kind of just this weird jut out wall. It doesn't appear to be made of stone like the walls are, like this carving. It's like these wooden boards that go up, and then there's just this very hastily put on wooden door here. What do you want to do with the door?
Are there any gaps that could be equal in size to a quarter?
To
I
a
looked it up.
quarter.
That's how a rat can squeeze down to fit through a hole as small as
Really?
a
That's
quarter.
crazy.
Quarter. That is nuts. That is nuts. Yeah, I'll say
Bro's
yeah,
got
definitely
Fucking
beneath
rats.
it. This is a door that is not supposed to be here. It's obviously been kind of just bolted here. So I'd say you absolutely would be able to you'd be able to even scoot under it, even see under it without really getting under it, I'll say.
Sweet. What is under there?
If you do a perception check for me, Mr. Rat. Nice. You see a room that, like, basically just the rest of the room, but you see that there are what appear to be 3 large holes in the ground, and there is one guy right now with his pants down, squatting above one of
Good to
them.
know.
Awesome.
It appears to be the
That's
bathroom.
fantastic.
Yep.
It's so cool. How much
Just
time do I
Really-
left on
about
my
to
form,
ask.
would you say?
Transforms
again?
in there.
How much time is left on my form?
I,
I asked for 10 minutes.
I thought you asked how was his form, and I was like,
No, I did not
He's
ask that.
squat.
Flawless.
Rat comes in while I'm taking a shit and just turns into a man. Holy
I'll,
shit.
I'll say based on everything, it was kind of a short conversation that y'all had. I'll say like 2 minutes left.
Jesus. Okay, I'll go back downstairs.
Yep.
Walls, fuck you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the walls are kind of annoying that you can't just drag across them.
Are those bookcases over there in the bottom left?
In the bottom left, you see that there are large tables, and I
Wow.
didn't really draw on them, but yeah, there's like things of food on it and plates, and it appears to be like kind of like an eating area. And there are some people around you, like with little bowls of stuff and just eating various things.
Hmm. The last time all I ate was breakfast.
Might need some grub.
He doesn't do it. He knows to play it safe. But
Yeah, Vito's actually asleep.
Alright.
Real.
On the lower layer, what Turlon and Felix, what do you all do for, I'll say, the next hour or two? That you
How much
plan
time
to
do I
do, I
get?
should say.
How much time do I get before Felix comes back?
Felix was gone for maybe only like a minute max.
So I'm waiting for you to come back, Felix, and I presume within a moment you turn back to a. Can you put me back to the bottom floor, Steven?
Yes, yeah, let me do that. Makes sense.
Do you come back onto the bottom floor with me and then promptly turn back into a?
Person? Yep.
Yep.
And then, I don't know, I don't want to drag myself all the way down there, but I just refocus while we're waiting.
Okay. While you're refocusing, I'm gonna say, do you have any suggestions about what to do here, Felix?
I did not hear a single word you just said in real life.
Do you have any suggestions about what we should do here, Felix?
Nope. I don't know how we're gonna get you through.
It's tough. I don't know how they're gonna get you through. How many more times can you do that?
If I
Come
have a
to
moment
life.
to focus on, if I have a moment to refocus, I can do it as many times per day as I want. I can do it 2 before I run out of stamina to
it.
do so.
Understood. It's going to be tough. I cannot turn invisible. I'm not that stealthy. You focus on yourself. I might just focus on taking care of everything down here.
Gotcha.
And I'm just gonna kind of peek around the corner. Both corners.
Both corners, I mean, to the left and to the right at this moment, appear to be clear. I mean, you see some light at the end of the hallway to the right from some pedestals with like the lamps on top. But you do not see anybody right now. You do, like, I'll say both of you can kind of hear just distinct chatter from down the hallway to the right. Just it appears that wherever Simon went, whoever was called out appears to be talking with some people.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, I think my only chance here is to gather another disguise. You can handle yourself without the disguise, I presume, Felix.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
I can.
thank you. When you go back, I presume, as soon as you're focused, and I will stop bothering you so that you can stay focused, you plan to continue exploring as a rat?
Excuse me. Jesus Christ. Yes, I do.
All right. Once you go on another bout, I'm going to try to get the disguise.
Okay.
I want to wait until you're gone so I don't implicate you if I get caught.
All right.
And I am going to hand you my mirror.
Okay.
If this disappears off your person, something is happening to me.
Okay.
Not necessarily good or bad. I might need it to get out of a situation, but if it disappears, something is happening to me.
Gotcha.
All right.
Steven,
So
also a question.
yes.
Would I have seen? Is this like just a dead end, or does this lead somewhere where I'm pinging?
Where you're pinging at the top. From based off what you saw, because you kind of got like under one of the tables on the right side, if I remember correctly. So I would say
Yes.
that you notice that it does appear to be kind of a brief dead end, but not like a wall. It appears like there was some rubble there that
Okay.
was blocking it off in some way. But yes, I'd say you'd be able to see that, especially with it being
gotcha.
so well lit. But it was
Okay.
also obvious that there was light coming from the left side as well, like down that hallway. Like so from below, from what you all have seen.
Okay.
I so badly, when you were talking about focusing, wanted to walk
Mhm.
away and go, "Hey, Felix, focus on this," and then I was gonna start twerking in my camera, but
Yeah,
No, man.
Awesome.
you
Tough.
you stopped
Awesome
yourself.
stuff.
You stopped yourself.
It's really bold for you to stop yourself.
Good on
I
you,
know.
man.
Usually, I just say whatever I want to say and get in trouble for it, but this time,
This time. All right, Felix, are you re-ratting?
I mean, did it? Okay, so the two guards guarding the others, I presume, exit from the floor above us that the two disguised boys are on. Did
Mhm.
it look like I could get through there if I was a small enough critter?
Oh yeah, it's a big wide entrance, probably about like 20 feet across, and it's just two people standing there. So I would say, with you noticing that, I think you probably could. Yeah.
Okay. Then I will.
cockroach, be a cockroach.
No. I can't. I guess I could be like an insect,
Don't get
but I can't
squished.
Yeah.
fly, so. Rat.
Rat it is.
Rat once more.
Rat again.
Turlin looks down disappointed.
Rat once more.
Once
Rat.
again.
Rat once more.
Pathetic.
Let's bring
You are
everybody
pathetic.
to the
You
next
rat.
floor. You all are yeah, Felix, you're on a mission to rat some people up.
Okay. I wanna sneak and go all the way over here
Mm-hmm.
past these little fuckers.
Mm-hmm. I'll say do a stealth check for me again.
Okay. Is this an
And
A or a B session? Do we have hero points?
We do.
Yeah, you get a hero point for every session, so you have one.
Gamer. Stealth.
I'm liking this heist music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had it planned.
Dee.
Oh, no, you don't get a hero point.
You don't get a
get
hero
a
point.
hero
Yeah,
You don't get one.
a
You don't
hero
get
Nope,
one.
no,
point.
actually, no hero
No,
point.
no,
Yeah,
Nope, you don't have
actually,
one. Nope, nope.
Lord have mercy.
Okay,
To
but
the
what are you gonna do if you see a
lowest
rat?
roll.
Like,
He's
the
gone.
rat? Like, okay, they see the rat. What are they gonna do?
I
Kill
was
it?
gonna say the next best thing is he just fucking bolts.
But you're in this world where you know people considering the rats. I'd be more suspicious.
I
If I
honestly
knew
would
people
not.
could do that.
I think if I were thinking that every possible rat was someone who turned into rat, I would be living a pretty
Yeah,
shitty life.
that's paranoia.
Yeah.
It depends what they're guarding here. If it's like an important room, depends how.
You know, let's just let it play out. Let's see what
but
happens.
they also don't know there's an intruder yet, and from their perspective, they're on top of a mountain. Who's coming up here
How's
besides
there a
them?
rat on this top of the mountain?
Yeah.
I
that's-
bet
it.
I bet our boy the rat can move so fast
It's,
they can't even catch up.
it's a place with people. Rats usually, are found around people.
Should have turned into an insect.
It's fine.
Should have been the
5 miles
cockroach.
out.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
about
10
5
minutes
So-
yeah, I was gonna say 10 minutes would have passed by the time you got across the room.
Yeah.
I'll say, it'd be a snail. I'll say as you get under this second bed, as you're kind of, when you hear a noise from behind you, and Vita, as you're kind of laying here, I guess you're laying facing the left, so above you, you hear a female voice be like, "Ah, a rat!" And what do you do, Felix? You have been spotted. You're currently under this
Dash.
bed. You're gonna dash. All right. I'll say.
I guess I'll just see that happen.
I'm running.
You
should
all
go.
hear "Ah, a
Not
rat!
much I can do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
let's see. I'm gonna.
I
Yeah, 60
looked up.
feet per turn.
Mhm,
All
mhm.
three actions to move.
Okay.
God damn. God
Uh,
damn.
I'll say do. I'm gonna roll something for some people privately.
So wait, so that's 180 feet. So that's 3 feet a
No,
second.
no, no, 20 per action.
Oh, 20 per action, got it.
60 per turn.
So it's still
Uh,
10 feet a second.
I'm gonna
Crazy.
need a
Sorry.
acrobatics check for you because as you
Let's
are trying to
see,
go past these two guards, one of them is locked in. Let's just say, here's rats and hates rats. Alright.
Oh,
I am going to.
Can I roll above a 10 on the die?
I am
Jesus.
going to say that the one on the left, from your perspective as you're running towards it, tries to stomp in front or stomp you. It gets in front of you, does not actually stomp you, but you do hit it and you have to slow down a little bit. So I'll say that you have been slowed and also bonked your head a little bit, but you are still making your way up the stairs. You're faster than these people ever could. You're a rat, right? But
Little
you
pieces
were
of cheese floating around his head.
you were slowed down by one of these people. But are you just booking it up the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will. Yeah, I want everybody to see what this is, so I'm just gonna drag everybody in.
oh God.
But
He's
no.
Just watching in horror as he sees him try and stomp Felix.
I don't
But
think I have a second health bar, so
You gotta have like 1 HP in that form, right?
let me drag people in here, and I'm gonna say that. Second.
What if Olive just said perfect?
I know. I was looking at Olive. She's
I
like,
know. She's ready to bark. Let me just say.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna activate.
I could do it. Hey, sneak in.
I'll say you all can see, but obviously the
Oh.
three of you are not actually here. But
I can't see.
I'd like you to make a perception check for me, Felix, as you are sprinting up.
Biggest bong in the world.
Yeah. There we go. Roll
God
above a 10.
Mega bong.
Biggest bong in the world. Christ. So you
Holy
fat rips.
what
It's animated.
Yes, it is. It's very fancy. What you see as
Look at that,
you
yeah.
sprint in is you are now suddenly in a room that has probably like 60 feet tall. Like this is a much larger space room. As soon as you enter, right, it is just a much larger area. And as you get in, you see on the other end of the room there is an incredibly massive pile of snow. on one end of the room. That's what you all see is kind of that white thing. It's like a pyramid, like a quarter of a pyramid, right, going up to the top, and you can see that coming from the end where the top is, there is a tunnel that appears to be going into the roof that is like spilling out this snow, right? And it is spilling out at a decent rate. Like it's not like a flood, but there is just snow kind of pouring out of this tunnel that is in the roof above, forming this pile of snow. You all see, in this moment actually, this person is not there, but you see Felix, you see two people in white. You do not, from your low vantage point, all you see is there appears to be some kind of massive hole in the front. So you don't see the blue or anything. I'll tell you all, like, so you all know what it is. It's a gigantic bowl in the ground. There's kind of this funnel leading away from it. So this is all just within the ground. But Felix, you cannot see that. Obviously, you're so low. So you just see that there is obviously some giant hole that you see that the white-robed person to the top left appears to have some shovel and is shoveling in snow into this hole in the ground, where there's another person in white robes to the right at a table standing there. But with your perception check, that's all you see. As you kind of run in, you see to your right, very just out of the corner of your little rat eye, you see that there are two mere people standing in front of some large doors. But that is what you get from your perception check. What do you continue to do? You kind of run in, little rat, look all around, see all this crazy
try
stuff.
to hide again, so
Okay.
that they don't. I'm hidden from them.
Mm-hmm. And where do you
That might
want to
pursue
hide
me.
to?
I want to hide like right. So I can't move myself there, but like in this corner.
Yes, yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I
Just
guess I
in
can
that,
move there. I'm underneath it.
yeah, just in this little.
Felix is glowing with the power of the sun.
But trying
Sun
not to be visible to the guards to your right either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'll say make a stealth check for me.
You know what? Okay, sure.
Okay,
Close
okay.
enough. To 9 to 10.
I'll say that is.
Fuck.
I'll just say. I don't look at that
Man.
anymore.
Sorry, I went to YouTube for like D&D music, and that was on my homepage.
You see the two of the guards behind you running up and run right past you. They don't appear to be looking around, but as they run past, they kind of look around across the floor and they say, "There's a rat somewhere in here. We gotta get him." What do you do?
They should
Now-
get
Do they
now-
respond
now
to
the-
that? What do they say to that? Are they like,
the-
yeah, we do? Or are they like, what's your fucking problem? It's a rat.
The guards probably just kind of walk forward a little bit, but are just like looking around. They don't seem like, oh shit, there's a rat, like the others are, but they are, you know,
Rat.
they're bored. They're bored. They're looking for the rat.
What's the door look like?
This is a big wooden door that probably goes up like 30 feet as you're looking at it, and it appears to be solid. It is not the shoddy door that you saw before. It is like
I can't squeeze through.
I'll say that this door doesn't appear like, most doors are always like floating a little bit because they're being supported by their hinges. It doesn't look like this door is like that. It appears to be like on the ground. Like there's still hinges, but it is not fully supported by hinges because it seems like such a large door that it's kind of just sealed on the ground.
Okay. Can I see what this guy's doing? This person's doing?
Yeah, as these people kind of start fanning out, looking for the rat. The mysterious rat. I'll say that as you're looking, do a perception check because you are a good distance away. But I'll say just how much you see will be determined by this roll. Oh, you see everything. This guy sees everything.
The rat
As you're
eyes.
looking, you see
Rat eyes.
there is another person in a white robe. You see them turn around at the exclamation about that there's a rat. So you see they're also wearing another similar white mask that you saw before. And they appear to have some vials in their hand, like bottles, like, I don't know. Best way to describe it is like they're not shaped like your standard like 16.9 ounce bottle of water, but they have that kind of volume, like they're that big, like you could hold it in your hand like that, and they're holding two of those. And appears like as you're watching them, they're kind of glancing over, but they appear to be filling these vials up as they kind of dip down to the ground. They kind of put their hands in for maybe like 5-10 seconds, and then they come back up, and you can see that they have vials of this bright blue, like bright light blue liquid in these vials, and that just appears to be what they're doing. They don't appear to be paying the rat people too much mind, but this appears to be their job. You know, they put them back on the table, and then they get some more vials off of the table, and then continue to fill them up.
Okay. Guys, should I try and steal one of those?
Or
No,
say
those are big. Those are too big. I can't.
They continue to
Do what, man? I'm
fan
not there.
out.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Okay. Try to tell if
What
the
would
little
Felix do?
doorway at the top of the little hole where the snow's coming in, does that like lead outside, like to the open air?
I'll say yes, in terms of you see that there's some light. Like if you saw a hole in a ceiling, right, you would expect it to just be darkness in there, but you do see a little bit of light. So I'm not gonna say that it's a fair assumption to make. It's not like you can see the outdoors, but there seems to be some kind of like pale light blue light coming through.
Okay.
That kind of makes sense. It does, like, that would be a good assumption based off your perception check.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna leave.
Okay.
Get dunked on, Kevin. The moment you left is the moment I was about to finish my thing.
Dunked on. How do you leave, though?
Running. I'll stealth once I get to the bottom of the stairs because everyone still thinks I'm up here. So.
Alright, then we will come back on down. And these people are not here. As you deleted, as you come down, you can see that two of the people, it appears like some of the people, just move them around real quick, have kind of huddled around where you all were seen, and this you can visually see that there's what appears to be a woman in these blue robes describing and like pointing to where she saw you pass.
I'm gonna go around this way. And then can't move it.
Yeah, there's an invisible wall, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Just gonna jump down.
Okay.
And
Make
then I'll just go around the bottom way to the front.
Okay, then make a stealth check as you're going through there. Through that area. Okay. Then you are able to get down to these stairs, but I'll say
yeah, baby.
once you get down to the base of these stairs, I'm going to activate this real quick. Only Felix will be able to see this, I think, just based off of the angles of everything. As you go down these stairs, you see once again there's the guard standing there. But in this moment, as you're walking down the stairs, whoops, wrong button. There appears to be another person in white robes approaching from the left, and looks like their intentions are to come up the stairs.
Yipe.
Gonna go back
Yikes.
up.
Okay. Reactivate the scene. Felix is going up with a white-robed person hot on their tails.
Fucking booking it.
Okay. I'll say do a stealth
my
check for
skirt.
this, just to see. You never know. Never know what the dice will say.
The rat show.
Okay, you're
Yeah.
fine. As you
Yeah.
scamper across, I'll say Vita and Alden, maybe you all, if you're looking for him and just all this debacle, like looking around, you may see him scamper away too safely. Maybe not. It is.
Alden's conked right now, dude. He's
Yeah,
like barely
Alden's
hanging
out.
on.
Alden's out. I like it. All right, but yes, you all are now. That was Felix's little rat journey.
Okay, rat adventure.
Rat adventure.
rat
Yeah.
adventure.
Wow.
So yeah, you saw some weird stuff. Got 2 unfortunate rolls right in a row.
Yeah,
That hero
baby.
point, but that's just how it is.
What's the general vibe of the room right now? Are people settling down? What's the business after? What's it like after this rat business?
Yeah, after a rat was spotted, and there's a little bit of commotion, like not a lot of commotion, but certainly some motion. People appear to be getting ready for bed. That is definitely the general vibe. There's less talking as like the next 15 minutes pass, and just the general vibe is people appear to be going to bed. I'll say I'll drag some people and start moving. But if there's anything that y'all want to do.
I look over at Vita, see what they're doing.
What are you doing?
Here.
Yeah.
I'll try and let me try and speak through Ori, the other two. The rat form
Okay.
has to be done by now, right?
I would say
Or
by
no?
this point, like unless you do it like right away, yes.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
How's the rat adventure going?
Rat has made it
It's
back
over.
to safety.
It's over. I'm gonna.
Cool.
It'll look like I'll just clonk out, but I'm in a bed, so whatever. But I'll share senses and speech with Ori right now and ask what the other two want to do. Now that people appear a little on edge about rats.
Well, how long were y'all out doing something? Because I probably would have had something to do during that time.
Okay, yes, yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, if you had something to do during the rat time, do that.
Yeah, and say the rat time probably took like 5-6 minutes maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just check in on Harry.
Okay. When you check in on Harry, he appears to still be just sleeping. In fact,
have him do a dream roll.
Felix, roll a d20 for me. Straight d20. Nothing too serious. Yeah, he's still out.
Good. Good.
Good. Is there anything you do with him, or just check on him?
No, I don't have time for 5-6 minutes.
Okay.
To do what I want to do. So I'm gonna go drop some ramen in a pot.
Yeah. Ramen pot. What do you say, Vita through Ori. It's to Felix
I was-
right now.
I'll just say what I said. Like,
Mhm.
what do you guys
Yeah.
want us to do now that people are a little more on edge about rats up here? No one seemed to suspect me and Alden at all. Hello?
So you're communicating with us?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's about what to. They don't seem to suspect Vita and Alden, and they freaked out a little bit at the rat, but did not capture Felix.
And there's no small people, right? They're all humans or humanoid, tall, 5 foot at
Or-
least, 6 feet.
I
Yeah,
can
are
answer
you-
that, whatever.
Are you asking Ori
Yeah,
that?
sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I can
Um,
answer that. I can just look
yeah.
around.
Yeah, I'd say you don't even need a perception check. Just looking around. Yeah, most like you're not seeing any shorter people. It seems like everybody's of average height. Average
Great.
humanish
Mhm.
height. Yeah.
Hmm. Do you have another animal you could transform into, Felix?
Felix.
Do you have
Wait,
another
you-
animal you could turn
I know.
into?
I like
Yeah.
what?
Oh. Don't know. Can you turn into anything?
No.
What can you turn into?
Small creatures, large and medium-sized creatures. So nothing. Pest form doesn't actually matter what shape I take. It's just a pest, and it gives me the same stat bonuses. So unless we're trying to kill something, no.
I think we're
Nothing
gonna have
useful.
to talk to someone at this point.
Mhm.
If we're have to either talk to people guarding the room that I saw Felix scuttle into, or you guys are gonna have to go to the back of the floor that you're in, and most likely encounter somebody there. I don't know if we can
Okay.
sneak purely anymore.
Okay. You
There's
mind
no other
giving me-
ways to go. Up there, there's only the stairs down the other side, the bathroom, and the door Felix went into, and that's it.
Do I give
and
me like 2
then-
minutes to finish cooking my noodles? I suddenly got so hungry I couldn't focus on the game.
There
So
you
I want
go.
to be able to play.
And then we have whatever's back there, which I don't think we know what it is yet, right?
You all have
No one's
not
been there.
seen what is back there. No.
Yeah. So we got two options. One of them we know there's two people in front of,
And people bought. Oh,
and Felix can just tell us what was in there, so we can know what's in that
yeah.
top one if we just communicate.
Yeah,
But
I'll communicate that once I have the chance.
the
That seems
bottom
like-
one, I don't know. Wait, it could be anything.
Alden doesn't hear anything because he's not in Ori's head, so.
Alden sleep. Alden sleep.
Alden's sleeping, bro.
Yeah, it is.
So maybe we should go down here, 'cause it seems like there's like 3 people down here compared to 20.
Yeah. And above board, I just remember the guy, white guy, saying like, "Hey, you're not allowed back here." So there's something of importance for us to check out.
Yeah. But it's really up to what Terlin wants to do and Felix, because you're the guys that can't disguise.
Hmm. I was thinking about that problem. With so many robes around, they must have spares in case of, accidents. I could soil myself. I still have to use the bathroom, and then we could just get another robe.
You just have to do that on your own because we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Save yourself on your own.
Alden,
Alden's
Then
like,
who's gonna get the piss robe?
I could shit myself.
I could shit myself.
We're still gonna be down a robe.
Alden at this point wakes up.
Check out the bathroom.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it was really not super sleep, but like deep enough.
Yeah.
And looks over at Vita, who, as far as they can tell, is just conked out as well.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Alden's gonna get off his bed and like walk over to Vita, like just kind of that awkwardly like stretching his legs.
There's a guy below me on the bunk.
Yeah, no, I see him just kind of like, ooh. Hey, the bathroom. Do you know where that is?
My consciousness is not there, so it's gonna be the guy that's on the bunk under me.
Okay. So to be clear, you have moved over to speak with the blue-robed person on the bottom bunk.
Yeah, I was like pacing for a little bit, just kind of stretching my
Mhm.
legs, then nonchalantly looked over at this guy.
Okay.
Hopefully they're awake. Say, is the bathroom open? Do you know?
Make a deception check, but with plus 2. Just like
Deception?
+2 deception. Yeah.
Okay. May have to use a hero point. I'm good. Plus 2.
Yeah, that's an 18.
Yeah.
The guy is just sleeping. He kind of opens his eyes, or he's like not sleeping, he's not snoring, but like, he kind of opens his eyes for a
Yeah.
second. He says, I don't know. There's 3 holes, so I'd imagine it's open.
Thank you. Thank you. And Alden walks over to the bathroom and goes in.
Yeah. Okay. You open the door, and what you see is just a sectioned off area. There are 3 just large, probably like 4-foot wide, just holes that go, probably like 5 feet deep, and it smells awful in here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is there like a water? I don't know. Is washing hands a thing? Is there like a water basin anywhere?
There does not appear to be any basin around, but as you are looking around, you notice against the wall there's a little shelf, and there are some blue robes against it.
Wunderbar. I take 2 of them
Okay.
and I stuff them down, where I put my beard. So at this point, I'm looking a little heftier.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of stay in there for maybe like 2 minutes and then walk out.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna like walk down the stairs to where the folks were previously.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You getting the robes seems to be no fine as you're walking, but make a stealth check as you're going down the stairs for me.
Oh, that was so close.
Good. I'll say that as you kind of going down the stairs, you get a glance or two from some of the people that are like in the bunks besides, but you don't. Seems like maybe you shouldn't be going down here, but no one seems to be too concerned that you are going down these stairs.
Confidence. I have confidence.
Confidence.
And then I'm gonna try to meet up with Felix and Turlun.
You just interrupt our conversation. We'll just be talking.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, wrong floor.
I
Like, oh wait, Alden's here.
I go
sleep.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, just kidding. I got you something though, and I pull out the 2 robes.
Yippee.
2
Oh.
robes from the bathroom.
Is one of them little? Was one of them? Sorry, Felix, you're a gnome, right?
No, I'm a human.
No.
Why did I think you were a gnome?
You saw me as a small form when I was in pest form, which makes me small.
But
And,
yes, say 2 more robes.
Cool.
It'd be a little weird if I just kind of walked down here, like and came right back up. So I'm just gonna kind of walk for a hot second, and then I'll be back up. But you guys have these now.
Okay.
Well, now we have robes. So do we want to investigate the rooms in the back on this floor, or do we want to try and get in that big room on the next floor?
This floor because there's less people down here. Is my vote.
We have to be careful though, because the man in the white robes was yelling at us earlier for
We can
walking
kill
out
him.
here. Good.
We'll just kill him? We're supposed to just kill
Good.
people?
We can.
Why? Isn't that wrong?
Like surgically risky.
I mean, maybe. Depends.
Depends on what.
Circumstances. Nothing inherently bad about death.
A little
More
bird nose
importantly, the more we kill, the more risky it gets down here.
I'll follow you guys' lead. I'll just stay in this form until something bad happens.
Doo-doo-doo.
I will
Someone
say.
put me on their shoulder, quick. I can't fly very fast.
I put. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll
Do
just
these
turn into a
robes have,
flat
like-
piece of paper, and you can hold me like a piece of paper.
Are you still in
Fast
bed, or
away.
did you like merge with Ori?
I'm in bed. My
Can
consciousness
speak
is just
for-
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do these
Oh,
robes have like hoods?
Yes, they all have hoods.
All right. I put my hood up, and then I just kind of like
Oh, there we
tuck
go.
Ori into like the side of it or something.
I'll say, Vita, that you know, you get just, well, make an Arcana check for me, actually. I will say that you can tell that probably have about 10 more minutes of your spell that has makes you have the robes on left,
Mm.
but you are under sheets in your bed, so it's not like you're out in the open, but
This
you can
entire
tell
room,
that.
there's just one guy hiding underneath the sheets.
No, I'm
My,
cozy.
my
scared.
spell,
Stop.
my
I'm
spell
scared.
lasts an hour. We spent 50 minutes with all this.
Scared.
I'll sort through various, waiting around and
Oh God, fuck.
there's
Okay.
some, but a lot of people are getting towards bed, I'll say. But
Okay,
yes,
I'll stay.
I'll just say that.
I guess on the bottom floor, I'll just do a real quick slight sneak, just a couple spaces. Is the white robed guard still just doing his thing? No sign of going to bed soon?
He appears to be doing his thing, and I will say that he, just from glancing even, you don't even need a perception check, but just looking out over at him, he's like holding a torch, and he appears to, like, I don't know, like, when, like, almost comically, like, cartoony, like, when someone's, like, frustrated with themselves, they're gonna be like,
Oh my
like,
God,
they do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He seems to be upset, like, you can see that he's visibly upset, but he's facing away, at one of the tables right now.
Before you guys go, I actually have to come down because my shared senses only last for like a minute, so I can only just have this conversation. Then I'll just.
Oh, okay.
So I
Okay.
gotta walk down. If you're
Okay.
gonna make me
Okay.
roll a stealth or something.
Let me look at where you are.
He's just getting a piss, a late night piss. It's no big deal.
I'm just having
Yeah,
a piss,
make-
Going
guys.
down
Leave
like
me
the restricted
alone.
section.
Yeah.
Make a stealth check just for going down the stairs. I don't think
It's not
anybody
your fault the
cares
front
that you're
door is
getting
on the
up.
unrestricted section.
Yeah, I'll say that you're you feel like you're being watched, and maybe you can use a hero point to
Okay,
go
I
against that.
will. Feels lame to undo 2 nat 1 stealth rolls, but fuck it.
Fuck it.
Well, you can't do it again, so.
Okay, then you are, yeah, you're fine. That's how that works.
Okay. Well, here,
I'll
guys.
say, yeah, you start to go, and you start to feel like all these eyes watching you, so you kind of freeze for a moment. You look all around, and no one seems to be paying too much attention to you, so you start to go down again.
Okay.
And I will. Yes, so now you all are all together. But Turlon, you see a very visibly frustrated person in white robes, who you presume to be Simon, because that's what his name was called out to be.
I'll
The one in the white robes is very focused. It might make it easier to take him out.
I can do it. Who wants to do it?
Oh, I can do it.
Okay.
Happy to step aside if someone feels very capable, but it is my
I'll go
area of
for it.
expertise.
Sure.
Can I hide? Are these robes compatible with my robes? If that makes sense. Like I can't really put them over, right? Is one or the other.
If you were to put it over, I'd say you would look quite chunky, but given how also thin you are underneath, it may look like you're just hefty. Like it doesn't look comically so.
Okay.
But it is
For
certainly
this-
noticeable compared to everyone else.
For this, I am going to hand Alden my coat. And then put on the guard robes. I'm gonna peek around a little bit. Can I see, like, does it look like I'm gonna given my background, can I intuit how far I can step forward before I start? I'm starting to risk being seen.
Yes, yeah, I would say probably about like right here is where you could step to.
I'm just gonna step there and get an idea. Do I see anyone else?
You do not see anyone else. You do see at the end of the hallway, like Felix saw earlier, you do see that kind of like the mirror side of where y'all entered. There's kind of a hallway that leads in, but there appears to be some rubble that are kind of blocking off that entrance. But it is also obvious that there's light coming from the other side, like towards the inner circle, I guess, of this stuff.
I'm gonna step back a little bit. I'm gonna pull out rope.
Lasso him.
No,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you
use
get
my
rope.
rapier to cut off maybe a 3-foot long piece of rope. So I'm gonna
Okay.
step all the way back here to do that.
Sounds good.
All right, cut my rope. I'm going to just walk past. I'm gonna confidently walk past, and then just get behind him. Like I'm not trying to sneak, but I'm trying to sort of intelligently use like the path of least, like the least visible path. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like crouching under the desk or anything, but I'm
Mhm.
trying to walk outside of his line of sight. And then I'm just going to walk up. His name's Simon, right? We heard that.
Yes, you all heard Simon. Yes.
I'm gonna say Simon to startle him, and then I'm gonna put the rope around his neck and just pull it tightly closed.
Isaac.
Okay. Make a instead of a stealth. You're not trying to stealth. Make like a deception check
Yep, can do.
for me, where it's.
27.
I would say yeah. I'd say that's good. I'll say you you are able to get it around his throat.
Yeah.
Now,
So
yeah.
I'll walk up to him. I will just say, Simon, and I wait just a second as he turns around, as he starts to turn and kind of like lift up from the desk, and then rope round, and I just like pull it tightly shut. And then once I have the rope like crossed, I take one hand to grab the knot, like twist it, and then the other hand on his mouth,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah.
I start to pull on the rope to choke him and cover his mouth to suffocate him.
I'll say make a acrobatics check for this little
Just
display.
horrible.
Are any of y'all watching this as
I'm
it's
watching
going on?
this.
Yeah.
12.
All right.
Something feels wrong.
Yeah. I'll say he does just for a brief moment let out a like a sound, but not like a yell in any way. But you quickly stifle that by collapsing his vocal cords, and you have him in this kind of state, and he's kind of struggling a little bit. He's starting to struggle, I'll say.
I start to drag him. I drag his head to the ground and I smash his head against the floor. I'm not trying to kill him. I know what I'm doing.
Oh God.
Okay.
Oh, I was watching this just thinking, God, he wants to go back to Riddock. He has such a sweet thing going on
Vita
there.
is like feels a little
Who
sick.
are these people?
Make an unarmed attack.
Yep.
But since it's like not like, are you trained in any way to make it so it's not lethal? Do you have any feat where it's like you don't have to take a penalty?
I'll take
Isn't
the
there
-2.
something with
I'll
that?
take the
Yeah, it's
minus.
like a -2.
There are plenty of feats that let you avoid the -2 penalty, but I'll take the -2 penalty to make
Okay.
it non-lethal.
To try and make it non-lethal. Sounds good.
I'm trying to see if there's like actively like a button for that in the attack dialogue. I don't think so. I'll
You
just
probably just have to make a -2.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll call it non-lethal. Okay. 26.
You do certainly hit him. Roll some damage for me.
Sure thing. Does it say my unarmed attack damage? Oh, I can click damage, duh.
Yep.
6 max damage.
Hell yeah, dude. Max damage.
My name.
As you kind of hit his, I'll say, by making it non-lethal, you're probably not hitting as hard, and I'll say with how high your attack roll was, I'll say that you're also able to kind of stifle the noise of it, because that is, I'll just say, it was a concern for the noise you made, but it just kind of sounds like a sound, but nothing so drastic that someone would be alarmed by it. But you do hit his head on the ground, and you can see his eyes are just like blinking, as his vision has probably been blurred for a moment as his head was hitting to the ground, but he's not dead nor unconscious.
And I'll say through gritted teeth, keep it quiet now. After I slam his head into the wall. Not again, just as like the first time I did it, I say that.
Okay.
And then I drag him over and I start saying in hushed tone, "Help me." As I drag this limp
Yeah, I'll
body.
I'm
drag
like
him.
looking at who? Me?
Any of you.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you want us
Oh.
to do?
I just want you to help me carry it. I'm fucking tiny.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeez.
Thank you. Is Vita's discomfort palpable?
Tell me, Vita.
I mean, there's
I'm
clear
asking Dylan.
hesitation here,
Mhm.
but I mean, it's more just like he doesn't know what's going on. He's definitely never been in this situation before.
I will look at Vita and I'll say, "Look, I'm not trying to kill anybody. Just putting us in a good position to do what we've been told to do." As I keep
Right.
dragging this guy.
I got it. I got. We've been fine so far. I trust.
Trust.
I said we don't need to kill anyone.
Right.
How
Maybe
far
take that
do
up
you
with
want to?
Felix.
Yeah.
How long?
How far do you want to drag him back?
I guess, are we starting a body stack?
Fucking payday too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Hitman.
I guess we're starting a body stack. Any objections?
Nope.
No.
That's gotta be bad because if one wakes up and one's out, that's just
Yeah.
they can collude. They can.
That's
just
actually a good point.
We just gotta punch Harry again while they're sleeping to reset the timer.
Reset the timer.
Yeah, I mean that is a good point. I mean, I'd say we could maybe put him over here. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm also going to, once we move, I'm going to go back. I'm going to pocket all the papers.
Okay. Yeah. So let's deal with dragging him back first.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well,
I'm
I'm
pretty
just-
strong.
No, we just
Yeah.
wanna do it.
So you all drag him back. So what do you do with him? Just precisely, just so we can work with that.
Gag him, and bind his hands.
Yeah, I guess we didn't gag the other guy, so let's gag both of them. Sorry, Harry.
And the gag is.
Sorry, Harry. Sorry, Simon. I cut some more pieces of my 50 feet of rope off. Tie him around nice and good.
Ooh.
Yeah, so Simon is, I'll say with all, 4 people, you're able to strengthen Simon, but Simon is still very much conscious, and yeah, I'll give him that damage. But Simon is very, very, very much conscious, and is looking very wide-eyed at you all. In these 3. Wait, yes, you all are wearing blue robes currently. I'll say Vita,
Yes.
yours is
He's like,
about
I
to
thought you were my
expire.
friends.
Yeah, but you all are wearing blue robes. But
Okay.
he's looking around quite wildly, but his mouth is gagged and he is tied up. I'll say against the wall right here.
All right, well, now I need to
Vita.
get you one more pair of ropes.
Vita,
What?
you cast a spell, right? You're not actually wearing robes.
I mean, I'm wearing my normal clothes. They just
Yeah.
look like.
Yeah. Like, how long does that last?
I don't know. I've only used it once before.
Okay. Take the white guy's clothes.
Okay. I'll.
While he's still
Where do I-
conscious.
Where do I put my hat?
I mean, you
On
could
the
take it
ground.
off like I did.
Just leave it here?
I've got the
And come
pocket.
back for it,
I've got the pocket I can
Well,
put
how
it in.
bendy is it?
And I
Because
pull-
I just stuffed mine in
Yeah.
my
Somebody's
chest.
gotta keep my hat.
I have a bunch of pockets in my jacket. That's kind of
Yeah,
like
we'll
my
put it in
thing.
the pocket. Okay.
So-
I'll dispel the spell and then put on the exact same clothes from this guy.
Okay.
Except now it's white clothes with a mask, I guess.
Yeah, it's a little difficult
fuck.
to
Oh,
get the
God.
clothes off of him.
It's
He's
even
tied
funnier
up.
because Vita has an eye patch. He can only see out of one of the slits.
Exactly.
Shit.
It's just fuck. This is it's really hard
Okay.
to see.
All
Vita.
right. I can't
Like-
really see.
You don't have to wear it the whole time. You can take it off now.
What if someone comes?
It won't
Just say
matter,
you were,
Vita.
just
Act
say you
important.
had to breathe.
Okay. All right. I'll let the mask up, but I'll keep everything else on.
That's
Okay.
what the mask is.
Okay.
Alden,
The
Alden
point
looks
of
at
the
the two.
mask.
Yes.
Alden, okay. Alden looks at the two naked guys and like smirks a little bit, and then
Simon has
weird
been
group.
Simon has been like been very upset, especially when his clothes are being taken off. So now he's just in a cold stone hallway in his underwear.
No, we put it
Tied
next to
up.
the brazier. We put it next to the brazier. He's
Okay,
bloody warm.
he's a little bit warmer. That is his
Okay.
only solace at this moment, but he is still very much awake.
leaving these poor guys to freeze to death.
I
Anyway,
will change
Anyway.
out of my clothes. I will actually take my white undershirt off. Well, I'm gonna like very intentionally turn away from you guys and like step facing the wall while I take off my undershirt
Alden
and I kind of
smirks some more.
and I just throw the undershirt at the two. It's like a little shitty too small blanket for both of them.
Jesus.
Is anybody watching Turlon as he does this?
No.
No.
Okay.
Good.
Then, yeah, you are able to throw it to Simon, and Simon, with his hands bound, just looks down at it and looks back up at y'all.
I'll walk over. I'll position it. I'm not gonna bother putting it on him, but I cover him with it.
Okay.
You win, little guy.
Simon seems to be accepting his fate right now, but he is still he's still not happy.
Okay.
And he's also
well,
human.
All right.
let's go.
Yeah. As you're
We
looking
are
at
all
him,
dressed up for the ball.
yes, he looks just like a human and like maybe a little bit older, like maybe mid-40s or something.
I'll just say in common. Sorry.
So we know his name is Simon. Isn't he the one that said, Simon, come
No,
here?
someone called
That
for
was
him.
somebody else.
Oh,
Someone
okay.
called
All
for
right.
him.
Okay. Let's go, I guess.
Look at these dumbasses
I
not doing
guess I'll
rotations.
leave because I'm wearing the white thing, even though I don't really want to.
We don't know if it is normal for the white cloaks to go up there. It's only blue cloaks.
Lead the way, white man.
Are we
Oh, I
going?
thought we were gonna go the back.
Okay,
this
we
way.
can do that. Yes.
Yeah.
But
don't know what's back
Felix,
here.
did you ever tell us what you saw at the in your
He
running?
did. I think you're getting food. He just relayed.
Yeah. Well, we are going to eventually want to go up there because it seems I suspect that is the thing they're using to make all of the blizzards.
Right. That one's just guarded by people right now, and this is
Yes, I
seemingly
agree.
not. Okay. Well, I'll just.
How far back are you all following Vita?
I'll give Vita like a
Like-
10-foot berth. Oh,
I
well.
was gonna be like sort of close behind him.
Yeah, okay. As you all are walking up, I'll say as you kind of turn the corner, you all see that the hallway also goes to the left. You all see that there's some rubble that is clearly blocking off the path up here. But to the right, you do see that there's another path, and there appears to be a guy in blue robes standing there. And Vita, you would see this first. So, do you react in any way?
Gonna immediately pivot this way. Just
To the rubble.
casually walking.
I'm gonna just follow.
Do the rest of you follow?
Yeah, just so
I'm gonna
my back
follow.
is to this guy.
I'll do the
Okay.
same. I'm walking as if like I'm very much following Vita.
Okay.
Yeah,
what about
I just
you?
keep up the appearance and just keep it going.
Oh,
This
fuck.
poor fucking guy. What about you, Felix? Do you follow along? Mike might be muted.
He's
No.
gone rat mode, unfortunately. There's
Yeah.
not much we can do about it.
Okay. Well, does anything happen?
I'll say Felix is also following
Oh,
along.
yeah, I am.
Yeah,
My
okay,
microphone
here-
was muted. I had to speak.
that's
Somebody
okay.
else.
I'll say you, as this person sees, someone in a white robe walk by, and then three people in blue robes also just kind of followed him.
So
It
close.
says, "Hey, Simon, what's happening here? Huh?"
Okay.
He appears to
Wait,
be speaking to you,
we're casting Read
Vita.
the Air. It lasts only a minute. I was waiting for the maximum amount of time here.
Okay.
You take a deep breath. Pull the
Courtesy.
mask down.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
turn around. And
Currently, you
I'm
see
supposed to,
Turlon, Alden, and Felix in front of you.
I'll step to the side, still
because
facing the other way.
my body language is
Mm-hmm.
supposed to look like I'm an advantage in this situation socially,
Okay.
and I can
Okay.
read the air, and
Mhm.
I can just. Is there anything I can glean from this social situation before I start speaking?
I'll say you can tell that Howard is perplexed. Or okay,
Okay,
you
Howard.
don't know his name's Howard, but
I think Simon
you
responded to Howard, didn't he? Like Simon said Howard. I don't know. I thought we heard that already.
it was.
Howard.
I will say it was not Howard who said that.
Oh
So
shit.
it uh you don't know his name's Howard, but you see this blue
Alright.
guy here, wearing blue robes, and he seems very perplexed, looking at you, and I'll say also turning around. Alden, Turlon, and Felix, you haven't seen this yet because you're all facing away, but Vita, you see that there are two doors that are probably about 5 feet wide each and like 20 feet tall, like they go right up to the ceiling. That have these large chains, kind of connecting the two handles on the front of it behind Howard. There appears to be these very large wooden doors, just a short way into this little jut that Howard is standing in. But Howard seems very perplexed and confused. Obviously knows or thinks they know you by first name, by
Do I have a
Simon.
hood?
You have, yes, you do. You do have a hood, and you do have
So he can't
the
see my big
the
purple ears
mask.
sticking out from behind my
Yeah,
mask.
I would say that based off your disguise, especially from this distance, unless like someone like spoke to you like directly and like was inspecting to see if you were fake, they wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay, so when I was turned around, the reason I turned around was because I wanted to pull out my eye. Could I have done that?
Okay. Yeah, I'll say in the motion of you putting down your mask, you could pull out your eye. Yes.
Okay, I'll say, since I'm cleaning this social situation, I'll do a little cough and give myself a hoarse voice to kind of
Mm-hmm.
disguise my voice.
Sure.
I'll say, yes, Harry just brought me this peculiar stone. He said it's a relic for the Blizzard God, Dolgi, or whatever.
Dalji. Yes, Dalji.
Dolgi.
Yes,
Uh,
you would know Dalji. Yes.
Dolgi. Yeah, exactly. I would have heard it.
Yep.
It's a relic that's supposed to help. It's I wanted to bring it back behind you to see what the others think.
Uh, you would see the guy in blue kind of tilt his head, and he says, "Oh, can I see it? I've never.
Oh
I.
fuck!
I
Okay, yeah.
can,
As they're having the conversation, I'm gonna I take I turn around, I just take one step forward, and then I kind of step diagonal, which means I'm now within 15 feet of
Oh god,
this
don't kill
square.
him.
yes.
Not
Yeah.
unless I need to. I'm going to just I grab my mirror on my neck and I just kind of go to adjust it. But as I'm doing that, I activate it, which puts a second me behind him. I can dispel this me whenever I want. I want to tell you, Steven, if he looks or turns around at all, I dispel it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I choose to be here. And if he gets hostile, I dispel it and choose to be here.
Mm-hmm. I'm
Okay.
just to ask, can you see? Do you have to be able to see
I have
where
to be able to
this
see it,
thing
and I thought
appears?
I'd be able to see over the brazier. Is that not the case?
You'd have to turn around to do so.
Oh yeah, I would have turned around.
Okay. Then
Oh,
I will
I
say that.
I only need to see it when I cast it, so or when I
Okay.
use the mirror. So
Yeah.
I'd
I'll
say
say.
I turn around to look, and
Mhm.
then I turn back around.
Yeah, I'll say you can do it nonchalantly enough that Howard, or blue guy, is focused on Vita enough right now, and whatever this relic is, he says, "Can I see it? I've never I've never been able to see one."
sure. Yeah, they told me you can see it, but only only uh only we can touch it. I'll show them it.
Okay, 1 second. Wait for
Yeah. Fuck. I forgot about something,
Fregbort.
but it'll make it funnier.
Yes, yeah.
Whatever.
I'll
Thank you,
copy you.
Steven.
Can I
Fuck
see it?
is Howard?
Also-
Shot in the head.
Also, this guy, the imitation of me just does exactly what I do. So they're both just standing there like arms crossed.
Oh.
Yeah, you suddenly see another Turlon appear. You have seen this before, so it's not like
My eyes kind of like dart quickly to his
yeah,
back
just
to this guy. I'm like,
luckily can't see your eyes at all. You're just looking through one.
my eye, I guess. But yeah.
Your kind of head's tilted a little bit. You're kind of just like
Oh,
half looking. But
that figure is flames, dude. Howard
yeah,
Hamlin.
Can I see it? Jimmy, let me see the orb. Can I see the relic?
Bro,
Can I see the
you
relic?
know you don't get to see the relic, dude. You're just not cool enough. I'm sorry, bro.
Well, surely we don't have to.
Come on. Well,
Big
surely we
dog,
don't
you
have
are
to-
not on the relic list.
And Turlon, tell me, did you turn your head to the left or the right?
I presume my left when I'm facing towards
The top.
this way, because I would need to look left
Mhm.
to see that spot.
Okay. I'll say, even though maybe your tokens can see it to the right, I think that there is another person in white robes to the right. You do not, like, none of you have like actually seen him
Yeah.
Okay.
yet. I'll say, but based off of just facing away, and I'll say, Alden, are you just standing, looking up?
I'm just kind of like looking down at the ground with my arms crossed, like hiding myself in the hood.
I will say, Alden, Felix, and Turlon, and Vita for just a brief moment, but not for too long. You all saw that there is rubble up here, kind of, and it looks like the hallway continued, but it seems to have collapsed in some way, and there is a wooden sign on the front that is just written in big letters, "Do not enter." That's all. I'll just say,
Okay.
as you're kind of focusing forward, you can see that there's a sign that says "Do not enter" in the rubble. But anyway, Vita, you pull out the stone, this
I'll show 'em.
relic that the blue person thinks. Now, what is the stone? Well, yeah, I'll say I know what the stone looks like. And so the
Yeah,
blue,
you can describe.
the blue, well, no, none of the other three can see what this stone is, right? Because they're all facing away. So I'll just say Howard reacts to it and
And
says,
second me see it?
"Can you look through second you?"
I just put mirrors reflection in chat so you can read it while I read it.
It mimics your actions.
But any effects you generate come from only one of your positions, so you could probably only look through one at a time.
You can attack, seek, and provide flanking even with yourself. So it says, I think it says with seek is like look for a hidden thing. So I think if I can look, yeah, seek you can use to search for objects. So I'd imagine if I can seek through either, I can see
Yeah,
through either.
if you want to, I'll say it's one or the other just to make it easier, and I'll see. Do you choose
I'm not trying to hide it
look?
either.
Yeah,
So
do
yeah.
you choose to look through?
I would choose to
behind
be
Turlon.
Yeah, I would choose to be behind Turlon because I can see the scene.
Okay, so you see that Vita pulls out this probably like a cue ball sized ball from his hand, but it looks like a stone, and it looks like there's a bunch of like just little divots in it, but not like a golf ball, like where there's like those little divots, but just these little tiny, small little divot crater looking things all across this stone, and he's kind of holding it out. How do you show it to Howard? Just like,
Or like this.
well, like
Yeah,
this.
or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, boss, really, Jimmy?
Howard, I can say based off your spell, you get the vibe that Howard is just that stoked. You still don't know his name's Howard, but it's just stoked. I'm just gonna keep saying Howard that he's stoked to like see some research. It seems like either past Simon hasn't let him see this or seen any of this stuff, so he just seems stoked that you answered yes to the question that if he could see it, and he's looking at it, and I'll say he says, oh, that's really cool. How is it gonna help? How is it gonna help Zhujan out? That was the leader of the group.
We think it'll up potency tenfold.
Dude, his eyes go huge, and he says, so you think we'll be able to do it tonight?
If all those according to, I mean, why? That's why we have some of us are here. They're excited to see. I think if all goes well, don't just between you and me though.
Yeah. Oh, he
They kiss.
he's fully into it. He says, "Oh, okay. Well, I'll keep it a secret." And he does like this. He's like, "I'll keep it a secret. Don't worry." But are you going to tell Riley about it? Does she already know?
No, she doesn't know. What do you think? Do you think I should tell her?
He says, "Oh, well, you all normally share everything, so I think you should."
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Once we get in through here, that'll be my next order of business.
He'll say, "I just only saw her a few moments ago. She should be over there." And she kind of points over in this direction to the right.
Well, this really is urgent. We really just need to, it also might just melt. They told me if it's not treated carefully. So
Oh.
you know how our products are. Well,
Shareholder value.
because I would know about the snow room.
Yeah,
So
yeah, exactly. I'll say, oh, well, that sounds good. Wait, did you, just real quick, did you come over just to show it to me?
I did. I have to confess.
He gets a big smile on his face,
Yeah,
and
man, I did. Yeah.
he says, "Oh, thank you. That means a lot, Simon. Well, I'll let you get to it. Thank you for showing me this. And he does this with his mouth. I'll keep it secret."
Okay. No, thank you. Thank you.
Slippin' Simon, that's what we should call him.
I dispel my
Thank God
mayor
this guy
self,
is not
and
skeptical. And
I choose to be this one. Yeah, he'd be so dead if he were skeptical.
Oof.
You got a good disguise on.
Yeah, I choose to be this one again, as the one behind him just disappears.
And what are you doing, Vita?
Can I go
Tokens
in here?
move forward. Are you moving forward?
Yeah, can I go in this room?
I would say that Howard would put his hand out and stop you from going to theirs, and he says, "What do you want to do in there?"
Howard,
And
Howard.
he'll say, look, some things are easier to explain without words. And he'll hand the stone to Howard.
Okay, so you give him the stone.
Give him the stone.
I'll say Howard, you're kind of giving it to him like this, and Howard has his hands out like this, like how you're kind of grasping it before, and you just give it to him. I'll say, Turlon, you've made a person disappear. Are any of you looking? Are you still trying to look forward?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm still just looking down, just like
Yeah,
Oh,
like
kinda glancing up.
are you looking at Howard and Vita's interaction currently?
yeah, I'd say at this point, turn around.
Okay. Felix and Alden,
Just
are
keeping
you
my
looking,
head down,
Felix?
though. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of just like staring at
Um,
them with my head lowered, just kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
How long has this conversation been going on? Like just a couple minutes at this point?
Gotta be like
It's
a minute maybe.
yeah, it's almost a minute. Yeah,
Not
I'd say like
even.
Okay.
55 seconds.
Cool. I would like to look at the papers that Simon was previously looking at, working on. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
think Howard can see me if I go to the ones like over here.
Yeah, I would say that based off, Howard and Vita's conversation, you would be able to walk away, yes. From this point, would you want to do it during their kind of middle of the conversation, or at
Yeah.
this point are they starting to
During
walk
it,
away?
while
During
they
it?
were doing the conversation, and I think it would last me up until this point, so whatever Vita does, I would not see it.
Okay. And I'll say you'll get like a quick cursory glance at some sheets before what goes down goes down. So
Is
can
it
you,
glean information? Is it the action?
uh, if that is an action, that sounds like the perfect action for what is happening. I'll say you'll be able to read a little bit better because of the light
Gather.
to the side.
Yeah, what's the... They have such fucking specific action names. What's the one for looking at shit really fast? Fuck. Rage.
Say that if you give me a perception check,
You should be able to look up Pathfinder 2e perception actions. That's generally a thing. At least in Path Builder.
Action.
Hang on. I know how to do it in Path Builder.
It's so awesome to be me. Less than 10, baby.
hell yeah.
18 total.
I'll say based off your perception checks, what you're looking at here, at this table, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common. I speak Elven. I speak Wild Song.
Wild Song. I will say that the first paper that you pick up, you are unable to read it. It looks like some language, and to be honest with you, you may not even know what language, but because you can't read it, you quickly put it down and pick up another piece of paper. Kind of slows you down a little bit, but as you pick it up, you see a piece of paper written in Elvish, and as you're gleaming over it, or gleaning over it, you quickly pick up on it speaks of these places that you've never heard of before, but you understand that, like, oh, it was found in blank place and this, and it seems to be kind of some kind of history, but over and over it keeps repeating the word of grinded crystals is what you keep seeing, or like small bits of crystal are found in this place, and it seems to be just the various locations found throughout histories of some crystals, and I'll say that's what you're able to glean off the paper. As in this moment, Vita's handing Howard this stone, and as you're looking, as soon as it gets into Howard's hands, his whole body, I'll do it visually,
God.
his whole body
Oh, your
does,
word.
in just like a moment, does like as if he just held something that is incredibly fucking heavy, and his hands slam into the ground, and he lets out a cry of pain as just in this moment the three of you see that the stone is just weighing his hands down and
I'll pick
seems
it up.
like
I'll pick it
just
up quick. I'll
crushing
pick it up quick.
You pick it up out of his hands.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll say sorry. I thought you were stronger.
I'll say your read the air has
Yeah. That's
gone now, but Howard looks up at you in fright and says, "Oh, what the fuck was that? What is that stone?" And I'll say, with that, You start to hear some footsteps approaches that you see out of the corner of your eye as you're looking at Howard. You see that another white-robed person is walking up from the right.
Say that is that is why we will finish our mission tonight. That's why I need to get into that room behind you.
Howard, make a persuasion, or it's
Diplomacy?
yeah, diplomacy. Make a diplomacy check for me, and make it with a +1 bonus because you helped him out. You let him see the stone.
Nice. Clutch roll.
That's
God.
pretty good. That's pretty good. Howard, understanding just what fucking crazy power appears to be in this stone, with his hands kind of crushed a little bit, honestly. He quickly gets to his side to grab a key. That there's a large lock on these chains, and starts quickly doing them on this door and just trying to unlock it, and did not question you. But as there's a white robe person that approaches from the right, and it is a woman, and she says, or in a female's voice, she says, "What? Is everything all right over here?" And she kind of looks to see that there's a whole bunch of people in blue robes, and then also what appears to be Simon by the door. Does not see Howard currently, but
Does
kind of is
anybody say
standing
anything?
there looking at you all, expecting an answer pretty quickly, I'd say.
Does anybody say anything?
You're
You're the
Simon.
base.
You're Simon, dog.
Oh my fuck. What did you just call her? Really?
Yes, yes, you would remember that. It was like a minute ago. Yeah, her name's really.
Nothing really. It's just we've got a breakthrough here. I was just you know how fuck, he didn't say his name. You know how curious he can be.
Did you
I was coming just to tell you.
do you move at all, or you
Yeah,
just
I'll come
stand?
and look towards her a little bit. Like yeah.
So
Is Howard still opening the door?
Howard is trying to quickly do the lock as he's saying this, and I'll say he's able to undo the lock and is about to pull open the chains, as you see. Are you doing anything, Turlon, before Riley responds?
I'm gonna start walking towards the door.
Okay.
Oh man, I don't have anything good to do here.
Do you do anything, Alden or Felix, hearing this? I'll just say, just to give y'all an opportunity.
Alden's kind of like looking up at this and trying to like assess this person who just came by and started talking to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, just kind of like.
I have something I want to do. If you're still thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know what to do. I think Alden's just kind of like sitting there silently, like waiting to follow somebody's lead.
So I'm currently with Howard and hidden from her, right?
Yes, yeah. She seems to be standing back at this moment.
And she was human when I saw her, just briefly for a second. Could I tell?
You could not tell she was wearing a mask.
Okay, I'm gonna whisper very quietly in Elvish. I'm gonna whisper quietly in Elvish. I'm gonna get Howard alone, and then I turn. Oh, I didn't say his name because we don't know his name. I'm gonna get him alone, and I turn to Howard, and I say, "Simon wanted you to come in with us. Is that all right?" I like pat him on the back.
Yeah, I'll say we'll resolve that in a moment. Felix, are you just walking up?
Also, I'm going to be trying to like push him. Like I'm gonna be like Simon said you should come in with us, and let's make haste, and like kind of like start pushing him in.
Felix, are you just walking up? Just to get closer to the whole exchange.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything.
Okay. I'll say really responds to what you were saying, Vita, and says, well, what is this breakthrough you mean, Simon?
Well, how? Fuck, he didn't say his name. He can attest to this. It's a new relic that we've discovered. Harry just passed it on to me, and that's pretty much the extent of it right now that I know of.
Do you show it as you're saying this?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
actually no.
No, you're just saying
Unless
it.
she
Okay.
asks. Yeah.
Then I'll say this moment. She walks up as soon as the chains off the door fall onto the ground and make a large clanging noise as the doors are now unlocked. And what I'll say, Howard doesn't push open, but Turlon, I'm assuming with your post hasteness, do you push open the door?
Yes, I'm gonna tell you my plan, what I plan to do, because we can't communicate at all. So I'm just gonna tell you my plan, and you work it into whatever's happening.
Okay.
I'm going to try to push this guy in with me, and then close the doors behind us. So it's me and him on one side, everyone else on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Start making out.
Okay, in this moment, Alden,
Whoa.
where are you
Yeah.
looking?
Hey now.
Hey, Jimmy,
know.
relax.
Where are you looking? Are you looking towards Turlon and Howard, or are you looking at really the research?
Oh, who? Wait, me?
Alden right now.
Okay, okay.
You're looking at really.
Right.
Yeah,
You can be looking either way. It's up to you.
I'm standing. Alden's getting like panicky. he's kind of worried. Like, I think the jig is up. We're over our heads. And he notices Howard, the guy, opening
Yep,
up the
yep.
door,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I was just gonna kind of like start walking, like moving towards the door and just kind of shoving it.
Okay. So yeah, I'll say just in this frozen moment, you are facing towards the door.
Okay, yeah.
Felix, for you, do you want to be moving any closer to really? You can see that, in your peripheral, you've seen Turlon and Alden is kind of facing the door. You haven't really, you did see it when you kind of like turned away, so you know that there is a door there. So it looks like they're kind of going that way, but really is also approaching. So what
I'm
would you
looking at
want
Really
Felix
on-
to do? Okay,
I'm
you're
looking
looking at really.
Vita in that direction.
Turlon, you've busted through doors before, so I'll
I say I'm
say.
trying to go casual. If I can't, if the door's too heavy and the situation's too tense, and I can't be casual about it, the goal is to just I'm not acknowledging her. I was already walking
Mhm.
in. I'm ignoring her. This
Trying
is
to
what I'm
just
supposed to
pick
be
it up.
doing. I'm supposed
Yes.
to be going in, and I'm taking this guy with me because that's our job.
Okay. Then I'll say that Turlon, give me an acrobatics check to try and quickly get in this room and close the door
I'll use my hero
behind you.
point because I don't want a 9. That's better. It's not great.
Okay.
Better.
Okay, I am going to describe what goes forward from here, just because I will say that you may have wanted to roll lower there, but we'll see. So the doors open, and you two see
No way. No
into
way.
this, and this is going way too quick, right? So there is, you open your door and you quickly see just this bloodied room, and I
How
will
fucking
say,
stupid is Howard? Why would he open this door?
that you
Fucking
two
Howard.
enter, and
Well, he didn't want to. I made him.
you two enter. Now, I will say that you are able to perceive
What is that?
the crazy shit in front of you, and you see this.
Uh.
This is a beast that is large. This is a huge beast. It has its back and head to you, laying on its side, and there are just a ton of cuts all over. And it has this white fur that is kind of painted red with blood, just from all these different cuts across the body. But as soon as the door opens, and the light sheds in, you can see it start to move. So I will say this is all the moment right now. You have not closed the door behind you. You're not quick enough to do that. But the doors are open. You and Howard have stepped into this bloodied room.
Some guy robs a bank and there's a tiger in the vault.
And Alden, you see this. Felix and Vito, you do not see this. Alden, you can see past Turlon that there's this large beast.
Alden instantly stops in his
Let me know
tracks
when
and
I
does
may-
does not go towards the door.
Yeah,
Let me
I'll
know
say-
when I may act.
Yeah, I'll say
Just kinda
Turlon,
like-
you are able to act as you're doing the quickest stuff here.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, hold on. I'm just gonna roll a private deception check to see something real quick.
As soon as you were like, I want to go in there and close the door with me and Howard, I was like, holy shit, this might be bad.
No, I had a goal that was reasonable until I knew there was a creature
absolutely,
in there.
absolutely.
Well, I got a nat 20 on my deception roll to
Could have been
not
treasure.
Yeah.
lose my shit seeing this,
Yeah,
or to not
able to
show
hold
me.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to hold myself in. Howard would see me like take a big breath in, like very fast, like open the door.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like keep it as quiet as possible while still exhaling. And I will say to Howard, I just say, "Get out." And I like put my hand, like I'm next to him. I put my hand like on him and I push him. Like I like physically shove him, and then I step
Backwards
back
or
myself.
forwards?
Out of the
Out.
death room.
Okay. Yeah, I can say you could shove him. He's kind of just also standing there. And yeah, I'll say you're able to move back now.
And I step out and try to close it. You
Yes.
decide when I get to do that, obviously.
I'll say Vita, Alden, and Felix. I'll give you all a moment to do something, and also really, and then I feel like we should go into initiative just to start deciding orders of stuff. So Alden, seeing this, is there any instant reaction? You said you stopped, but is there anything else? Oh, LaFleur's away right now. Felix, you just hear the doors open, and really is approaching. Is there anything that you do?
No, I'm just watching as she approaches.
Okay.
It's in there, and like it's no concern of mine.
Vita, she is starting to approach. You hear the door open behind you. Maybe some footsteps.
I just feel like there's no reason I would look at them, because I just...
But is there anything you say to really? She says, she had said, I think priorly, or even if I'm just going to recon, she said, is there any way I can see it?
Oh,
she's walking forward.
Okay, if she does say that, do I notice these two coming back out before I can show her, or not?
I will say no. I'll say them coming back out is kind of in the same space as whatever you're about to do. It's not after it.
Okay, I'll show her this one.
Okay.
Yeah,
you kind of reach out with it. Okay. Alden, you've frozen in space. I'm giving you a moment just to react and do something a little before we start getting into initiative. Not fighting, just to determine order of stuff, right?
Alden is gonna. Are the doors?
Doors are open.
Alden's gonna like just kind of jump back a little bit at the sight of what's in there, and then turns towards the other person in the white clothes.
Okay. All right. I will say, really in this moment is reaching out to try and get the stone, and has her hand under the stone, but pauses and looks up and sees that there's a door. The door is open, and kind of freezes for a moment. And now I want everybody to roll initiative if we can. We're going to do for Turlon and Howard and Alden. I want you to do acrobatics for initiative, and Felix, Vita, and really we're going to do perception just as normal.
Activate that encounter. Activate that encounter.
There we go.
Activate the encounter, you fucking want, you fucking little pedophile.
Put that one on YouTube. Demonetize Steven.
You're a fucking PDF downloader.
I actually hate it when people censor their speech like that. It gives me brain rot.
They were saying that for the Kendrick versus Drake debacle.
Yeah.
just so they didn't get demonetized on videos talking about the song.
Like, if you're gonna talk about shit, you simply have to accept that you might get demonetized.
So true.
Alright. We are going to begin the encounter. Felix, you were up first. The nutty initiative of 26, dude.
So what's actually happened at this point?
So at this point, now we're just determining the orders of stuff. Really is reaching out to grab a stone from Vita, which you did not see what happened to Howard, but you did hear what happened to Howard, and Howard yelped. And you heard like a loud bang noise as kind of hitting the ground. And
Yeah, you
yeah.
suck.
Yeah, so this is just to determine the order of things. So it's not necessarily combat,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah, yeah.
certainly initiative.
Is the
We
door open
We
still?
can get out of this.
Door is open, yes.
Alright, well I move to go approach her,
Okay.
like right here, and then
Yes.
I don't know if I would see the Yeti, but I'd only really do that in other actions, and then I just pass my turn.
Okay. Just getting closer. Okay, the Yeti, I'll say, will spend an action to stand up and is going to turn around and see that the door is open and slowly speed. It will slowly lumber forward. It appears to be bloodied and limping, but I will say it gets to about here and ends its turn. Howard, after being pushed back, is going to kind of just stumble backwards. I'm going to give him an acrobatics check real quick.
I use like my reaction for the round to yell at him to give me the key.
Yeah, I'll say since you're passing by him, I'll say he'll back up. I'm gonna do this acrobatics check and I'll see if he can do it. How do I? Is it just a dexterity check when I do it?
Yeah, acrobatics
Or
is just
person.
dexterity.
Yeah. Okay. Do it public. Why not? Okay, I'll say he bumps into you, Vita, but is able to hold himself up and quickly uses an action to toss a key at you. You're still holding it from when he opened the door.
You mean me? I'm the one who asked for the key.
Yes, yeah, to you, Turlo.
Yeah, you said bumped into Vita, so I just want to make sure you meant bumped into Vita, then give you the key
Yes,
to me.
give you the key. Yes. Okay. Doors are open inwards, I should state, and the chain is on the ground in front of you, Turlon. It is your turn.
All right. Action 1, pick up the chain. Action 2, close the door. Action 3, wrap the chain around the door, and please, God, please let me include locking it in that action.
God is not con today. I'm going to say it's an action to close each door. It's double doors. And
That's
so
awesome.
I can say
Okay.
that you can have the chain in your hand, and it's these two large doors that you have to kind of reach in and grab. And so the door is now closed, I will say.
That's no good. Yeah, one action close one door, one action close the other door. Free action curse Howard for not closing the doors on his turn. Third action, I am going to toss the keys to Vita and say, "Get over here and lock these doors."
I will say Vita is currently looking away. So if you
get hit in the head with the keys, I guess.
if you want to
I guess,
not throw it, you
okay.
can. Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Is it one action to pick up the chains? Then that's it, or one action to like get the chains on the door?
I'll get you a chains through the door action.
Okay. With my third action, I'm going to wrap the chains around the door, and I'm going to be like holding them tightly myself right now. And that's how I'm going to end with the key like visibly open in my hands.
Okay.
And say, I need someone to lock these doors right now.
Vita, it is your turn. You're about to hand off. Your hands are hovering above Rilly's hands.
Yep, I would give her the stone.
Okay.
Did all this happen before this? Because I was doing that before any of this happened. But now has all this happened?
Yeah, you had your hand above, and
Okay.
she had her hand below, and that's right when initiative started.
Okay. Oh, then I'll wait then. I'll look over my shoulder. What the fuck's going on?
Okay, yeah,
I would not have seen what was in the room, I guess.
No, you see the doors have quickly been shut, and Turlon is quickly trying to close the doors and chain them back up. Is what you see.
I'll just motion to Howard, get off, like help him.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Turlin is freaking out. It must be something serious.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's all I'll do right now. But I won't give her the stone then because of this happening.
Okay. Do you pull back from getting the stone or no?
Yeah, I was gonna give her to her. I'll take my hand back and like look over at like what was going on, and then I'll say that, and then that's it.
Okay. Alden, is your turn.
Okay, so she didn't get the stone.
She does not
Alden
have the
saw
stone
it was
right
in
now.
there and saw it also get up and start lumbering over. And the
Mhm.
door hasn't been locked, but the chain is through it, correct?
Chain is through it right now, yes.
Okay.
And I'm like holding the chain closed for dear life right now.
I rush over.
Oh.
Yeah, that's yeah. And that's an action.
Yep.
I'd like to. Where's the key? It wasn't thrown at Vita's head?
It's in Turlon's hand. Yeah, Turlon
held
has
right
it
now.
in his hand.
I'm gonna snatch it out of Turlin's hand.
I let him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna try to lock it. Well, lock.
Give me an acrobatics check. Trying to lock it.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I will say that you are able to get the key and the lock on the chains and lock it quickly.
Oh.
So the door is currently locked.
Thank you, Alden.
Do you do anything else, Alden?
I need a new pair of robes.
Robes, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Okay. Really, from seeing the doors and the door being open and closed and seeing everything, she some dice privately. She is going to look at you, Vita, and she's going to try and take the stone from you.
Bitch.
Do you let her, or are you trying to hold on to it?
Yep. No, I'll let her. She wants to do that.
Okay, I'll say she
Not
spends an action
prepared.
to come up to you, try and grab it from you, and as soon as it leaves Vita's grip, she holding it, boom, again, her whole body just, goes straight to the ground, gripping onto this stone, and luckily the way she tried to grab it was with her hand overhand, so she does not get crushed by it, but I'll say that is her turn, is that she is not stuck on the ground, but she has been pulled to the ground all of a sudden, and she's like on her knee. Felix, it's your turn.
So would I have, seeing the commotion, would I have been able to see the Yeti, or whatever that beast is?
I will say, make a perception check for if you saw it. You certainly definitely get the sense that like some shit is going down, right? And the door needs to be closed. Yeah, I'll say you saw the Yeti. Yeah.
Okay. I would like to recall information to see if I know what the fuck that thing is.
Sure. Yeah.
So what?
Roll
skill?
yeah, I would just say a nature check. Makes sense.
Oh yeah, baby.
Here, this is a beast.
Just killing myself. Okay, whatever.
The beast within.
It is not. I will say that you are able to tell that it's a Yeti. You don't know a lot about Yetis, especially in this quick moment. Yetis don't really walk around in the forest much, or aren't really forest creatures, so you don't know much about it, but you did see that it was quite hurt, and it looked angry, is what I'll say. You
Could
don't
I do
know.
another action to, I guess, another recall knowledge to try and think about anything, but why would they keep a Yeti captive instead of just killing it?
Question.
Yeah. Do do a society check for me.
Okay, +0.
Straight roll, baby. Hey,
Oh,
15.
not bad.
I'll say that why you've heard in the past from different, not just specifically with Yetis, but just any large beast, keeping it captive in order to either punish people, it's a better way than having a prison, basically. It's just, some societies have been known to keep large beasts and to throw people into a room to either punish them or if they captured somebody. So what in this moment you kind of assume that this Yeti is being kept in here and trapped to throw people to. You don't know for sacrifices or for if prisoners or for just a punishment. You don't know that, but you know that you'd imagine that this Yeti is here not because it has some mystical source to it, but it is just a brute force giant beast that can kill people that society wants to be killed, or the higher ups want to be killed.
Did
Okay.
Howard think Vita was sacrificing us?
So
Surely
that
Howard knew about the Yeti.
was
Oh yeah,
the
Howard
first
knew about the
action.
Yeti.
Was my first action the perceiving, or was that outside?
No,
of
that
my
was out of it. You have a third action.
Okay. Would I have seen the obvious attempt to try and get the sphere?
Yes, yeah, that was in your vision. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I will cast melee ignition on this woman.
Okay.
That's 2 actions. Damn it. Never mind.
Any cantrips though?
That is a cantrip. So.
Oh,
yeah.
you're right. Yeah, never mind.
For my last action, I will raise my shield.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. Perfect. Alright, it is now the Yeti's turn. The Yeti, not liking that the door was opened, but he's not getting anything, is going to... Tatum is going to use one action to move up to the door, and he's
God,
going
I
to
love
try
seeing
and...
just the circle
the
move,
dot,
but
yeah,
not.
the dot. Exactly.
God, that's so funny.
Is going to roll a strength check. I'm going to keep this one a little private for myself. Okay, just reading some stuff. Is going to make a attack against the door. It is going to you, Turlon, and Alden, who are both here. The door has been locked, and maybe you're standing back just a foot from it. Suddenly, the door just hits inwards. The door obviously bends the other way, so it's not supposed to bend this way, and so it does restrict it. It maybe bends in just like an inch or so, but it's obvious that the Yeti is upset, and the Yeti is going to make another attack.
That's good.
This
That's
round.
really good.
Again, you hear another large thud against it, but the door does not budge, and that is the end of the Yeti's turn.
What happens if you throw the orb at somebody?
Throw a Vetus
You
thing
asking
at
me?
somebody?
Just a fucking bullet?
You asking me, or
I don't know. It's your orb.
I mean, is
Bro.
Felix asking him Vita?
Maybe later.
Okay.
But it is your turn. Oh, it's your turn, Howard. It's my turn, Howard. Howard is going to, after being pushed out of the way and the door is chained, has not seen any actions get taken away, but is going to continue to back away. Howard does not appear to be running away, but it appears to be just frightened by the Yeti and the pounding against the door, and is going to just back away. Turlon, it is your turn.
Okay. Is there any current conflict now? I'm just trying to keep. I mean, there's the Yeti trying to break down the door.
I
but,
feel like Felix raising a shield would be the only suspicious
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
I
there's
want to double
been
check with the
no
GM
attacks. There's
because I
been no
don't.
attacks yet. No.
I can't really think of anything to do, so I just want to make sure we're still in the. And then yeah, I don't really have anything to do. So yeah.
I'll say from just looking around, Howard is backing up, and really, stone that you saw Vita have is now against the ground, and really is against the ground. Looking back, it looks like she had tried to pick it up in some way. And that is what you can survey just from looking around. You don't need to like do a perception check for that.
Okay. I don't really have anything to do, so I guess I'll delay my action.
Okay.
And I will re-enter initiative either at the end of the round or at such a time when someone has started hitting someone else.
Okay. Sounds good. Then Vita is your turn.
Okay, well, she's preoccupied for a second. I'll turn to Tarlin and say, what was in there?
I'll say in Elvish. Hold on, I'm gonna roll a deception check real quick to just see how cool I stay just here. Okay. I will say in Elvish, a Yeti, which I only presume they used to kill people. The room was covered in blood.
And then I'll say, does this mean we kill them now? In Elvish.
Steven, do we have enough time to
Yes. Yeah, I'll
do
say.
this, put this back and forth? Shit, probably.
Okay, how many actions would I have? Or
And then I will say with my like last breath. There's no way Howard didn't know we were opening that and going to see a Yeti.
okay.
I'll say you have one more action left after that interaction.
One more.
One day more.
I got a cat on my lap. Don't know about you guys.
Is really okay. All right, can I use my one action to try and hold Rogue's ball against Riley's face while she's preoccupied?
Yes. Are you trying to hold, like, are you trying to use your other hand to kind of hold her in place, or are you just trying to attack?
Like I'm trying to like hold her and force it on her head.
Okay, sure. Yeah, make a athletics check for me. And I think if it has somatic components.
6.
Greg. I think if you have to use your hand for the spell. Whoops. You are not able to hold on to her, but I can say you can make an attack roll with Rogue's Ball.
Okay, so that's just the fire damage.
It should say underneath it.
I see.
Yeah, you go to actions and it should be there. Should be just the first one to strike it. There we go. Okay, roll damage. That hits. Awesome. Okay, so you all see Vita just pull out the ball that was given to him by Rogue, this red ball, and hold it up to Riley's face, and it just nicks her. She's not able to be held down while this hits, but it just nicks her face, and there's a little searing sound as she is burned slightly. And that is your turn. Alden, it's your turn.
I'm gonna be focusing on the door with it, happening.
Okay.
And I'm gonna turn him back away, like over to where Howard is. And as I do that, I see that Vita is like actively trying to attack
Really?
Ripley?
Really? Yes,
Really?
R-I-L-L-I.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, really?
Really?
And I'm gonna see
Really?
that and be like, I'm just gonna turn towards
Mm-hmm.
Howard, make a non-lethal strike on him with my bow staff.
Yeah. Then with non-lethal, it's going to be -2 to your attack roll, but go for it. Unless
Okay.
you have a feat where it's where
I
you
don't.
can do
but
non-lethal
I'll
shit.
just add that -2.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh
Howard.
yeah, Howard. It's non-lethal, non-lethal.
Yeah.
But roll your damage. Let's see what the critical hit deck says for bludgeoning, dude. Takes 1d6 bleed. Just for fun.
Okay.
Just for fun,
There's
though.
really
Just
no
for fun.
need to. He says to all
Do you absolutely?
Listen, there's no need to.
Do you? Okay, you do manage in your strike, which is way stronger than you're expecting, to make it non-lethal. But how do you absolutely deck Howard with your staff?
I'm just
'Cause
gonna hold
he
it like a
goes
baseball.
down.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna hold it like a baseball bat, because apparently I've just been having this staff and walking around the whole time.
Yeah.
But
Just chilling.
I didn't unsheath it. If I
That's
did, I
fine.
would just use it as another action. But I just fucking look towards Howard. I'm like, God, and just like whack him over the head.
Dude, body instantly limp. Just
Okay.
slams into the ground.
It
But
was his fate.
it was his fate.
I can't
for Howard
believe
to
it.
just
There
get-
was really no need to.
just donked, and now Howard is now on unconscious on the ground. Really, having been attacked by Vita and seeing Felix with a shield, and Howard just absolutely decked, is going to pull out and draw her dagger.
Can I enter? Wait, I'd like to. I was holding my action.
Yeah,
Can
sure.
I get,
If
can
you
I
wanna
get my
enter here.
turn before her? Yeah. So you
Yes,
gotta
yeah, you
you
can
gotta
enter.
permanently move my initiative to in
Yes.
front of really.
I can do that.
Craig's getting killed by a Yeti in real
Yeah,
life.
In
Craig's
front,
getting
in
tackled
front
by
of,
something.
or behind? Like, are you doing it before really or after really?
Before I entered before really.
Before. Okay. Then
Yeah,
you do
we
it.
haven't heard you like substantively with your voice in a bit, Craig. We do hear occasionally like ruffling.
Yeah, it sounds like static
Yeah.
crackle.
Okay. First action. Can you clone me behind her across from Felix?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oop, there we go.
All right. I flash my mirror and another one of me appears there.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it was it an action? I had to like spend 10 minutes to use the thing you gave me, right, Steven? Or was it an action?
It's an action to put it on. It lasts for 10 minutes.
I'm going to use my second action to put the I've got an animal. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna take fucking fermented tongue from
Mhm.
bison. Oh no, I made a.
You made the
I
paste. Yeah.
I made the paste out of the tongue, which was piercing damage. I'm just gonna quickly take the paste out of my pocket, slash it on, and then immediately go for an attack. So she should be flanked.
Yes.
I am not
And
taking
that'll
a
be
lot.
automatic. Yeah.
Yeah, I am not taking a non-lethal attack. I'm going full attack.
Okay. Yeah. Go for
26.
26 definitely hits. Yes. Roll
Okay,
damage.
I'm gonna roll that
and
damage.
then
I'm gonna roll the extra damage
yeah, the
separately.
D4. Exactly. Yep. I've been trying to figure out how to make it in Foundry so it just auto applies, but
I
I
can add an extra dice, extra 1d4 of.
Oh, okay. And slashing
Hang on.
or
I made a
piercing, I
mistake.
think.
Yeah, so extra 1d4 of piercing. 11 damage. As I basically just go right into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was sorry.
It's all good. Yes. Yeah. How do you slash against really?
Yeah, so basically just real Turlon by the door just looks and then just mutters under their breath, shit, in Elvish before taking the mirror and shining it while at the same time pulling out this paste and throwing it on the sword. And then I just like take the blade and I appear out of nowhere, and I presume as she's turning around out of confusion, I just slash against her arm, like take a wide out to in chop lateral.
I love it. All right, awesome. Yeah, that,
And that's my turn.
and that's your turn? Yes, yeah, okay. Now it is Riley's turn. Getting attacked from both sides, she is going to take one action to pull out her dagger. An action, right?
Yep.
Yeah, two. It was sheathed before, so she's going to pull out her dagger. And since you recently attacked her, Turlon, she's going to target you and
No worries.
do 2 strikes with her dagger. There we go.
Why does the DM get the cool dice?
The secret dice too.
Oh, sorry,
Wow.
those were secret. It was a miss and then a hit. So an 11 and a 21.
No biggie.
Yeah, and so she will roll damage. Sorry about that being. And I will damage you. You take 7 points of damage, and that is her turn. Felix, it's your turn. You have a shield raised against this woman in the white cloak.
I don't need to cast a spell for this.
Yes, she looks like she took a big chunk of damage from that slice
So
by Turlon.
I think on Pathfinder, I says I have it out, but I don't have my club
Sure.
out. So I take out my club.
Okay.
And I fucking hit her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Go ahead and target her and roll that damage, baby.
Mac.
Or roll that hit.
Turn on the map. See what it is, what it is, what it is.
That
what it
does
is.
hit.
Let's go.
Damage.
Roll that damage, baby.
Take that bottom. Whoa.
Holy shit.
Only 3
Make a-
damage.
Cool. Last action. I will hit again.
Okay.
Boogie boogie man.
Absolutely pathetic. Okay,
That's
cool.
a miss. But you do get a sizable chunk. Whoop, boom.
Schmack.
Glances off of her.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh,
is
that
that
was
your
Yeti
turn?
time.
Yes.
Yes!
I will-
Yeti time!
Yeti
Yeah!
time. Alright. Yeti is going to, is going to try and attack the door. I cannot emphasize how fucking low this Yeti is rolling.
That's not good. That's not good. That's not good.
Well, why does it say 19?
19. Oh yeah, these are supposed to be self rolls, but still, the Yeti kind of slams against the door, and you see it jut in a little bit more. He's going to roll again, this time silently. Again another hit, but it does not budge with moving, and it is going to roll one last time. Actually, scratch that. Forget that last roll. You hear 2 large slam, and then just silence. It is now your turn, Howard. Or your turn, Howard. It is
No, he's
Howard's
out.
turn. Oh wait, he's out. Vita, it's your turn.
Okay. Gonna
Reminder, if you have some sort of ranged damage spell that you want to use without moving, you can use it through the copy of me over here. Because we still have our things.
Oh yeah.
We got
I'll
our things. But
use
yeah.
phase bolt through the copy of Turtle.
What is that? I'd like to imagine that this is that you get a lot of sway and say and how this
Yeah,
looks.
okay.
Vita.
How do you
So-
briefly take control over Turlon's copy? Or I guess the
So
real Turlon.
phase bolt, you point a
Mhm.
finger and a bolt comes out of that. So I feel like I will point at Turlon, and then Turlon's clone mirror thing would like kind of shakily point towards Riley, and fucking phase bolt blast will just come out of that finger.
For what it's worth, my copy and me always do the same thing. So that'd be 3
Oh,
fingers
that's
pointing at this person
Yes.
at once.
That'd be nuts.
Okay,
That'd be
yes.
nuts. I love it.
And it'll feel weird to you, but you know, you're letting
Just
it
a brief
happen.
moment.
Your hand will
brief
just
moment.
shakily come up. Okay. Let's roll to attack. Yup.
Yup.
I think
Yup.
that hits. Oh, I think
Yup.
that hits. Roll damage, please.
2.
Alright. I will say, as How does the bolt incapacitate a person and kill? I'm gonna say.
How does it
It's-
kill him? Yeah, you can't non-lethal
Yeah,
spells.
yeah, exactly. Just like how does it kill?
It says that this magical energy just stutters in and out of phase until it reaches the target. So I feel like you would just see this
Yep.
light kind of stutter over to her and then
Mm.
just go through her chest, and I feel like she would just collapse. It wouldn't be
Mm.
anything spectacular. It's just sort of a thump.
Awesome. Yep. She with that phase bolt, a whole bunch of fingers pointing everywhere. She falls limp to the ground, very
Vita
much
looks
dead.
down in horror.
And I will say, tentatively, of course, that is the end of the encounter. What do you all do as Howard is just, tongue out, just on the ground, knocked out, and
I fucking hate this guy.
yes,
I'm gonna say I will say
Full stone, man. Die.
I think I'm gonna say fuck. There was a fucking Yeti in there. Did all of you see that?
I saw it. I saw it.
What is a Yeti?
It's a big white guy.
Okay,
but
should
that's
I
not the
retcon
point.
me saying Yeti? Would I not know what a Yeti is by name, Steven?
You would know what a Yeti is.
A big fucking ice ape thing, massive.
Oh man.
I think the
it's-
floors and walls
Why was he letting us in there?
the floors
He's a
and
fucking
walls
You
moron.
convinced him.
the floors and
Oh,
walls were covered
man.
in blood. They must use it for sacrifices. Sorry, that's something that Craig got through information. Can I know that, or would I need to roll for that?
I would say you would not know in terms of sacrifices, but you would know, like, it was covered in blood, so
Yeah.
I don't know why it's locked in there, but
I will say it was just covered in blood, like they sent things in there to die. I mean, surely he must have known that.
Man, okay. Should we just leave their bodies here for the Yeti to eat then if it ever busts out? We can just go upstairs.
Yeah, I'll probably see like the blue robes and be pissed.
Okay.
We could probably hide in the rubble maybe a little bit better, just so it's not in the way.
Oh well, we need to get to these bodies out of the way. For the dead one, I look at her.
Mhm.
I mean, we just throw her out into the snow. I don't give a
Yep.
shit. It's the safest place. I'm gonna
Okay.
pick her up.
And which way do you go?
The way this way, because I believe this is the way we've cleared everyone.
That is the way that
I
you
think
have
we've
gone
now
before.
cleared. I think technically we've cleared everyone this way now, just by guess, but I don't want to guess. So I'm gonna go on the map's left.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Then you two can. You're absolutely able to do that, and her body can be
Are the
whisked
other guys
away.
conscious?
Yeah. As you are passing by, 1 second. Let me move you around. As you pass them, Simon is still very much conscious. He's been conscious the whole time, and he sees you tracking this other researcher, the other white-robed person, I should say, by, and he goes.
Oh my god.
His eyes are so wide. What the fuck?
I would have helped Sterling with this. I want to just
Okay.
clock this fucker upside the head and
Fucking
knock him
hell.
out
Okay.
Jesus.
with my club.
Relax, dude.
Yeah, then I'll drag you over there. But
I'm carrying
you knock him over the head.
I'm carrying
okay.
Howard on like over my shoulder, like like this, like a big sack of flour.
And where do you put Howard?
I'm just gonna drop him next to Simon.
Next to Simon. Okay. Let me drag people over. If y'all can move over, I think. Real quick, I'll get Howard over there. But yeah, I'll say that you all drag these people over. Simon is knocked out. I'll say that really is outside in the cold. It is probably, I'd say, like around 11 midnight. It's like getting late at night, I'd say. And I think that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
Yeah.
You all started out. You all are ending up where y'all started out.
Fantastic.
Except there's just a couple more
Bigger
people
mound of
that are
bodies.
dead. Yeah, exactly. And,
Or one clear.
Yeah, that's it.
hell yeah.
Just
But
gotta
you
kill
all,
the Yeti.
yeah, you all have a much better idea
I'd
of
love to never do anything with that
what
Yeti.
lies ahead to you.
Let's just let it out and let it destroy this place.
Yeah, man.
You could.
Actually, yeah.
With the Yeti ball.
The
Ball
Yeti
till it-
ball.
Ball till
Mhm.
it balls. Plus, I would like to just see the combat be run with all of those, like, however many, like, acolytes, and then the Yeti just
Oh my
bodies them.
god!
Yeah, we do.
I would love to see that, actually.
We take the dead bodies and we like make a path upstairs, right?
Fucking
So that
body
it's gonna
trail, so the
follow
Yeti's
there.
like, oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Ooh.